And welcome in once again, everybody, to the Simply Reliable Studios, where, of course, now we look towards the future of the WWE through the annual WWE ID Showcase, courtesy of FSW, as we bring you into our pre-show, discuss tonight's card, and maybe educate you a little bit on the wrestlers that we are going to see tonight. Most of them, of course, being freelancers, newly WWE ID, including Valentina, Rossi, and Notorious Mimi. Notorious Mimi, of course, will challenge the WA Women's Championship. And of course, we have Starboy Charlie, the WID Men's Championship, defending it against Marcus Matters. That being said, welcome once again to Survivor Studios, live watch on schedule for all the wrestlers across WrestleMania week. And welcome into our preview of the WWE ID Showcase. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Super Reliable Studios. You know what this is, for I am the Superman of the Super Brand, the voice of wrestlers for grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it, my name is Noah Foster, and thank you all for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal the passions. It is truly as simple as that. Jeff Motherfucking Meacham will be joining me here shortly for this special watch along as we look towards the WWE's future crop of stars towards their product, whether they evolve, whether they become future legends and greats, or whether or not they move up next to NXT before ascending to the main stage. That being said, let's welcome in Jeff Meacham as we go ahead and get ready for another watch along and this WID Showcase. Jeff, it was a brief break, but how are you? And more importantly, how are you feeling about the WID Showcase that we're about to witness?
I I think I'm looking forward to this one more than a lot because, as you said, we're seeing the future. We're seeing the people today during WrestleMania week that we could be looking at seeing on our television screens on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT here in a year, in 2 years, and whatever it's going to be, whenever they're ready for that call from Papa H to come up to the big stage. But for now, we're seeing them on a very big stage because they're part of this monumental week in WWE history, the week of their grand showcase. So it's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, and again, it's also one of those things where it's like a study and discovery. I know some of these names, I don't know a lot of these names, but I'm curious what they bring to the
Yes.
ring and how WWE might shape them. At the end of the day, support the workers, not the brand. For many a wrestler that's on the grind, the dream is still there to at least live or at least come to life. Whether or not it becomes a nightmare after the fact, well, that's just a reality check. We have no right to judge, dictate, or have jurisdiction over that. At the end of the day, it's WWE, AEW, maybe TNA, and then that's it. That's the top echelon of the business. It's as simple as that. With all due respect when it comes to the scope, the outlook, and perspective. But the grind is not to be disrespected, especially for those that finally got the call that you are WWE ID. Of course, the WID program, it really covers wrestlers all over the world and all walks of life. As the WID Women's Champion and Men's Champion are defending the right to be ID by WWE, defending their titles up and down the indies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this. As of course, this show goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Title Match Network. You have to be a member of Title Match Network, particularly the annual membership. Otherwise, this show will cost you $15. And of course, we're going to keep you in for the entire time. And then we will have a short, and I do mean very short break before we go into another Title Match Network presentation, the Title Match Network presentation, in my opinion, Ladies Night Out. And also stay tuned where, of course, our independent commentary team will be covering House of Glory, also from Las Vegas, headlined by Shotzi Blackheart defending the gold against Charlie. Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about these matches. The best graphic I can find, folks, because it's really hard to find individual graphics for title match stuff, apparently, on short notice. We have 8 matches on tap here. It started off with 7, but we have an additional match that I think is very interesting since someone was newly WID and the center of attention of Las Vegas will be facing her, Brittnie. In addition to that, we have a triple threat match with Jarial, Quon, McNair, try saying that name 3 times fast, versus Jimmy
No.
House versus Jarial Rivera. We also have a singles match with its gal, GAL. Yes, that's the wrestler's name, versus Mike Cunningham. In women's action, we have Fallyn versus Airica Demia. I will tell you more a little bit about their background in wrestling, their careers so far, and their accolades, and whether or not there's a history with the competitors as they come out during the show. WID men's title match, as I said, Starboy Charlie, of course, who took it from Cappuccino Jones. He will defend the title against Marcus Mathers, a name many might know from GCW. And as I just talked about, Brittnie Brooks going to get a spicy with the Spice Boss herself, Valentina Rossi, who just got WID. Congratulations to her. In a match of coach versus prospect, what a coach. Timothy Thatcher goes one-on-one with his pupil, Sam Holloway, and Evolde, who, of course, right now is being general managed by Timothy Thatcher. The Evolde title will be on the line as Cappuccino Jones look for this piece of gold against the current champion, Rourke. And, of course, in my main event marquee match of the night, Lucha Unicorn, Laynie Luck, current WID Women's Champion, will defend the gold against newly WID Notorious Mimi. And that is all I had at the top of the hour here on this year's WID Showcase. So, Jeff, we were talking a little bit behind, closed doors in the green room post AEW. There are some names you know here, and there are several you don't know. And you were a bit intrigued by a couple of the match dynamics offered here with the names that you know. So, tell me your thoughts about this card and what match you want to dive into a little bit more here.
Sorry, I had to cough that out. I'm always happy to see Timothy Thatcher on my screens. I followed him when he was working out here for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and the Dave Marquez family of wrestling promotions. So always good to see him back. Great to see Evolve. Great to see the WWID champions. Looking forward to Valentina and Brittnie after seeing them both yesterday during Poder Mania. And just, it's, again, for me, it's kind of a mixed bag of emotions. You know, I've been a fan for over 35 years, been doing the live streaming podcasting for almost 25. Right. And it's shows like this that make me really feel like, oh, fuck, I'm old. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I remember watching in 1990 when The Undertaker, you know, made his debut, and he was a young, you know, redhead with far too much black eye, you know, on his makeup on, you know, and just seeing that character evolve over what is now 36 years later. And, you know, seeing the man that Mark Holloway has become and seeing what he is still even now contributing to the business. Seeing a very young Shawn Michaels, still part of the Rockers tag team when I first started watching WWE on television. And, you know, seeing him a little less hair, a little bit, but, you know, helping shape the people that come up from this stage onto his stage and mold them for the future. Seeing these kids, and I'm saying kids, and I'm old, I don't care if Mansfield's watching on demand, fuck off, Josh. Seeing these kids at this stage of their career getting such a big showcase during the biggest week of the year is just so special for me as a fan and as a, again, I hate calling myself an expert because I really don't think I am, but as somebody who's been doing this so long, it's so cool to see the business continue to, no pun intended, evolve.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of the wrestling business, where there is more potential in the variety versus the quantity and quality more than ever, where anyone could become the next great superstar or professional wrestler tomorrow. I mean, you look at NXT right now with the likes of Kendall Gray, The Vanity Project, Tony D'Angelo, still the original crop of the Black and Chrome after the Black and Gold died. It's amazing what has been cultivated through the WWE programming stage that has really pretty much been a blueprint to the wrestling business, no matter what time you want to look at it, and what AEW and TNA and ROH, HOG, what everyone's doing at their stages. And here right now, these people who had a dream at one point to be even mentioned in the letters WWE under the same banner, they have a chance to showcase basically as prospects for the biggest outlet for wrestling related programming. And I'm very happy to see some of these talents that have followed to a degree, much like Notorious Mimi, Valentina Rossi, Brittnie Brooks center attention, of course, in Las Vegas. Laynie Luck, who, of course, I've been a fan of since the time of independence, stand out from Chicago. I've heard about Cappuccino Jones and how great he is. And again, Starboy Charlie, we talked about him recently on Shenanigans. And Timmy Thatcher, going all the way back to ring comp, literally a student of the game, now leading the next generation while he's literally facing his own freaking pupil tonight. It's a very unique thing to see here and what we're going to cover. So let's go ahead and maybe dive a little bit more into this. So, of course, as I was talking about, and one of the last mentions that was added, Brittnie Brooks, Valentina, Rossi, they've actually never met in the ring together. This is their first ever one-on-one encounter and first ever situation that they're in the ring together. To your point, Brittnie Brooks, the center attention, trained by Lawrence Taylor, standout course for FSW and most Las Vegas promotions, being honest. 21 years of age, 5 years in the game. Valentina Rossi, the sauce boss, 30 years of age, 6 years involved in the game, trained by Tyler Breeze out of Flatbacks Wrestling Academy, and just got newly WWE ID. Of course, I remember her work for AEW Dark and also for the NWA, and we just got done calling her yesterday at Mania in this first ever one-on-one encounter, leaving her first impression on the WID program. I'm very curious to see what she brings forward tonight against the center of attention.
I was so impressed with both of these ladies last night. And I've seen Brittnie off and on over the years, but the first chance to see Valentina was yesterday's show. So it's like I said, things from yesterday bleeding into today. We saw both these ladies last night on the Mania show, and again, great job to everybody at Mania. Hell of a way to officially kick off the week of crazy, because James mentioned during Dynamite we had TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty over the weekend, but yesterday was the official kickoff, and now we're just rolling right along. And both these ladies, carrying over momentum from yesterday, whether they won or lost, they appeared on this very enlarged, enhanced stage compared to the rest of the wrestling year. This is all eyes are on Sin City this week with everybody up there. I was telling you in private, I told a few people, I am so bummed. I didn't realize how many of my people were going to be up there. Like part of me is just jonesing to just hop on a bus and plane and just go, right? Because I can't. But I have obligations, and it is what it is. And I just am so happy for people like Valentina, people like Brittnie, who are proving time and time again how talented they are and how much they still want it, and how they're willing to do whatever it takes to get that next stage up. Both these ladies in the WWE ID program now, they're a hop, skipping, and jumping away from Evolve, from NXT, and from being on our TV screens on Mondays and Thursdays. These two girls are going to show you why. I guarantee.
Yeah. Brittnie Brooks, by the way, as I said, is being presented by FSW. She's the current and 11th FSW Women's Champion, currently now for 229 days. To your point, it's WID versus FSW, but again, based on Brittnie Brooks' impression, she could very well be ID'd tonight, because the WID Prospect Showcase could literally show you the next ones that could be on WWE's radar outside the ones that were just mentioned, as I said earlier, including Valentina Rossi, and then my other marquee match of the night, Notorious Mimi taking on the chance to become WID Women's Champion against the very game Laynie Luck. Laynie Luck, who's even been involved defending this title against the likes of Rachel Lay. For the professional, of course, we just covered her at Mania, a standout out of the Chicago area. And Notorious Mimi and Laynie Luck, they got a little bit of history. Not that much, though. Last time they were involved with each other was actually a six-woman tag just last month, together actually as a duo on the winning side. And actually, Laynie Luck in a WID Women's title eliminator match, she outlasted Airica, Demia, Brittnie Brooks, Notorious Mimi, Sharon Lavage, and Tiara James to, of course, win this title when it was vacated. But this is their first ever one-on-one encounter. For those that don't know about Notorious Mimi, she's actually been waiting for this as long as probably Nikki Blackheart, if I'm being perfectly honest here. Notorious Mimi, 23 years of age, comes to us with a background in, of course, freelance wrestling. She's been trained out of the Monster Factory and also by World Wrestling Dojo by Cheeseburger, known as Wrestling's Angel, taking on the Lucha Unicorn here. And Laynie Luck has been, like I said, when you're the ID champion, you're defending the right for someone to be a prospect of WWE by beating you. And this will actually be her 10th prospect match with Rachel Leigh, Sierra, Mackenzie Morgan, and Allie Catch, who was her last one, by the way, that she defended this title against. Lady Luck has really taken on this role all her own. And I think it's going to continue tonight. But I'm curious to see what Notorious Mimi and her do together as opponents versus being allies.
Yeah, it's you said it as eloquently as you always do, my friend. These two and the gentleman in the WWE Men's ID Championship match are out there literally trying to show, I deserve having this WWE ID on me. I am a future WWE superstar. Or in the case of the challenger, it's like, no, I deserve it more. I should be the face of the future. And that's really what this WWE ID program is the face of the future. They are trying to map out long term, because let's be honest. There was an interview. I think Triple H was talking to Joe Tess. I could be wrong on who he was talking to, so forgive me. There's been a lot of media this week.
I imagine.
But I will say, you have to have a backup plan in place. Now, having said that, like Triple H even said, if Cody Rhodes goes down, there's no backup quarterback that can fill Cody Rhodes' spot. He's the WWE champion. Okay. If Roman Reigns goes down, there's no backup. There's no backup for Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns. But you need to also have your eyes on, okay, he's not going to play first string quarterback today. He's not going to be my primary offensive tackles today.
No.
But he could be next season. He could be in a few weeks. He could be, 5 years from now if we keep him in the system. That's what this WWID program is all about. And this match, Laynie Luck and Notorious Mimi, along with the men's championship match, is WWE and whoever is helping cultivate the matches going, this is what we're looking at. This is what we see. This is what we want you, the audience, to see from our programming, from our system, from our perspective.
Yeah, and speaking of the men, we know that Starboy Charlie is also defending the right against Marcus Mathers for the WID Men's Championship. And of course, these two are familiar names outside the independents, whether it's Prestige or whether it was, here's a promotion for you, GCW. In fact, they literally just had a one-on-one match last year in August at No Signal in the Hills. Starboy Charlie got the better of Marcus Mathers during that bout. And of course, Starboy Charlie is the second, as is Laynie Luck, second WID respective champion. Starboy Charlie, though, just literally started his run with this title. He's 25 days in after beating Cappuccino Jones, who was the inaugural WID champion. So I think there's big pressure on Starboy Charlie here to prove why he was ID'd after he beat Cappuccino Jones, considering this is his first defense. Even with that singles win over Marcus Mathers, that was over a year ago.
Yeah, Cappuccino Jones is a special talent. I've had a chance to see him more than once in person, even in my limited indie attendance here the last few years. And that guy he's ready for where he's at tonight to be in the Evolve Championship match. So for Charlie to have beaten him is a significant statement by WWE's developmental system. So I think Marcus Mathers is a worthy contender. I like what I've seen out of him so far, but Charlie didn't defeat Cappuccino Jones strictly on technical talent either. Charlie's got that. He's got that something. Or WWE wouldn't put him in the position he's in with the championship he has on his shoulder in our graphic here. So, I don't know about the name either, so we'll see how that all plays out. But
that's right, because he did show up on NXT. Thank you, Charles. Chaz Starboy Hall.
Yes.
Chaz.
And again, it was one appearance, so we'll see if they stick with it or if they go like the Usos theme and went misfire. Don't know. But at least it's just us who's. At least they finally figured that out. It's like it's not just Jay anymore. And hey, shout out to Jay for sticking up for himself and the business on that podcast. Coming over the table on that guy. You might not like the temper part of it, but Jay Uso, I'm down with you since day one. That you and your family.
He's a realist,
He's a real one. Jay has always been a real one, and people are going to crap on him. And you got pushed too fast. Just piss off.
Accurate.
God, I love the Usos so much. Anyway, rewind it back.
But
The
yeah,
people,
to your point, I understand what you mean right there. And Chaz coming off a chance in the speed tournament, losing, but
yeah,
again, he now represents the entire WWE prospect outreach of the
yes,
literal wrestling scene. So again, that's a lot of pressure to put on one young man's shoulders. So we'll see if Marcus Matters surprising. Of course, you were talking about Cappuccino Jones. We were just talking about him. He's taking on also a familiar opponent in Aaron Rourke, and this time it's for the Evolve Championship. The last time that Cappuccino Jones and Aaron Rourke shared the ring was literally in January over the WID Men's Championship at HLC. Now, since the vacated, of course, Vanity Product now, Jason Drake, of course, up in NXT to vacate the title. We've had new faces for Evolve and Windy Chu. Spoiler for those that didn't watch Wednesday. Sorry, not sorry. And of course, Aaron Rourke is now the Evolve Men's Champion. So I'm sure Aaron Rourke is definitely looking for that comeback win to make the record 1-1 against somebody that literally evolved in Evolve.
yeah, and again, like I said, Cappuccino is a special talent. He would not be in the position he's in if he wasn't, right? So Aaron Rourke, though, surprised everybody, I think, becoming the new Evolve champion this week. Aaron Rourke's a great talent himself. I'm not even going to try to undersell how awesome the kid is.
Trained by Brian Myers and Pat Buck. You better not. He's from Creator Pro Wrestling Academy.
That's it, exactly. And the most complete wrestler, Brian Myers, whether you believe that tagline or not. Brian Myers is a hell of a wrestler, and there's a reason those who can do, those who can't teach, that's bullshit, because Brian Myers can do, and he does teach.
Oh, yeah, he just like the Chris Statlander, who, of course, went on to become freaking AEW Women's Champion. Enough said.
Exactly. So this one, I think, for me, outside of the women's matches, is the one I'm looking forward to the most, just because I'm familiar enough with both of these guys, Cappuccino and Aaron, to really captivate my attention. Again, I always say I love seeing Timothy Thatcher anytime I can, but both of these guys here, I have enough recognition, acknowledgement of it, and be like, okay, these guys are going for the top. We'll call it top AAA ball for you sports fans out there, because NXT is now televised as well. So it's developmental, but it's still major leagues enough. Evolve is okay. These guys are almost ready, but they haven't evolved enough to be on NXT. Both these guys are looking to take that next step. Best way to do that is to show you can be the Evolve champion.
Fair enough. And of course, trying to take the next step. We just talked about, of course, these two men. We'll go ahead and bring a little bit familiar to women, because like Fallyn Gray is actually a victim of Brittnie Brooks during her current run as women's champion. And Fallyn Gray and Airica Demia, they actually do have some history. They faced each other one at a time, one-on-one, back at HCW over the women's world title. And Airica Demia got the better of Fallyn Gray that night. Airica Demia is 21 years of age, been involved professionally now 3 years, trained out of the Pomelto Wrestling Academy by Ethan Chase, while Fallyn Gray is 22 years of age, 2 years or so involved in the game, but she's been trained by the likes of the Art of Finesse himself, Chris Bay, and is an FSW regular. So I think that Fallyn Gray and Airica might be looking not only to try maybe be ID'd, but might be looking to send a message to Brittnie Brooks, that's the face of FSW.
No, there's no doubt in my mind that all these matches are about messages being sent. Every single one of these talents, you figure you've got 2, 4, 8, 12, 16 people here that are all on this card for a reason. They're being showcased within the system, but every single one of these 16 people are going, I'd rather be working Tuesday night next week. I'd really like to maybe work tomorrow night if I could, or work Monday night on the biggest Raw of the year. Every single one of these 16 people are out there to show, or at least try to show, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Timothy Thatcher, Mark Calloway, everybody that's involved with booking and creative and these different facets of WWE's system, that they're ready. And I think Fallyn and Airica are both right there. They're both uniquely talented in their own way, but they, like the other 14 people, they have that They have that hill to climb. Not a mountain to climb like some undeserving AW World Champions, but a hill to climb tonight and to show the world that I'm here tonight and I'm going to beat this bitch up and I'm going to go to tomorrow night's show and beat the next bitch up and the next one and the next one. I love that these 16 people are just, and then Thatcher, no reason to be hungry. He's in. He's got a job as a coach, and he's got a job as an on-screen authority figure. He doesn't have to work hard from my perspective, and he still is, because he still wants it more, and he wants it more for the kids he's teaching and the kids he's overseeing, and I love that.
Yeah, case in point, this match
Sam Holloway, my goodness.
The definition of coach versus pupil, and this is not the first time that Sam Holloway and Timmy Thatcher have shared the ring together in singles. In fact, this will be their third singles match. And Sam Holloway and Timmy Thatcher, they're both 1-1. In fact, at IWC, Sam Holloway defended the title successfully against his teacher. But it's one of those things where you look at how far you grow over time. Have you truly surpassed your coach? Is the student now the teacher themselves? And I think that's very much the story here. Sam Holloway, 25 years of age, involved in the game now, of course, for 3 years. And he is a powerhouse at 6'9", 264 plus pounds, trained out of AIW Academy. Timmy Thatcher, you said yourself, I mean, the guy was literally a pupil of the Ring General Walter in Ringkoff. His career transcends the freaking business as far as how many promotions I can name. And might I add, he was part of Josh Barnett's boot camp and disciplinary action, to the point you fought Josh Brittnie, of course, was taking on Timothy Thatcher. He's taking on Jujigata, of course. You all be coming Bloodsport tomorrow, but Timothy Thatcher is involved in Judgment's Bloodsport tomorrow, taking on Charlie Dempsey, another generational talent, the son of one Lord William Regal. That being said, to your point, now also the Evolve general manager, 21 years given to the business and a couple of teeth as well. I think this truly could be baptism by fire to prove if Sam Holloway is ready to move forward in his career.
I like what I see in Sam Holloway. I'm not going to lie. I've loved what he's shown so far, but this is one of those, like, yes, I'll be a fair and unbiased color analyst, unlike the previous stream, just because I couldn't be the previous stream. I still feel a certain kind of way. But I'll be good the rest of the night. Is what it is. But Thatcher's just has been such a favorite of mine, and the fact that he's fighting Charlie Dempsey tomorrow, he's stepping into what amounts to as close to a shoot fight as you're going to get with Charlie Dempsey. A guy who has, grown up in the business and has no problem doing the same thing Timothy Thatcher has no problem doing, and that's taking somebody's face off. And Timothy Thatcher is still wrestling tonight anyway. Shows how much of a badass Thatcher still is at this stage of his career. This is going to be fun in the most sadistic way.
That's probably an eloquent way to put it, considering it's Timothy Thatcher, and Lord knows he's always at his most fun when he's trying to take a man's arm off. So there you go.
That's fair.
And then, of course, we have our bottom prospect matches here for WWE ID. 6 whole new talents that I'm not that familiar with. As I said, we got It's Gal taking on Mike Cunningham. And I actually had to look up one of the 3 in the triple threat. There was no prior information in the wrestling database cage match. But Jarial Rivera actually comes to us from Boston, Massachusetts, trained out of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. He is also one of the first American Puerto Rican professional wrestling prospects. So it might be fun, the likes of, Damian Priest, if I'm going to throw a key name out there. Taking on Jimmy House, of course, who is a freelancer, as well as Jahan Quon McNair. Oh my goodness, these names are freaking giving me a run for my money. And again, all these people have very little wrestling acumen whatsoever. Mike Cunningham, a little bit more. He's been out of a Booker T's Reality of Wrestling Academy. And It's Gal, or known as a Gal Barke, and that actually might be easier to say. He actually comes to us from Israel and actually offers a lot of experience here, 8 years of experience. So dynamic matches across the bottom there, Jeff.
Yeah, again, I've heard of the names, and that's, I'm not trying to, pass the buck and just not, assume, I should know more than that. It's just that's what these shows are about. We're trying to learn who these kids are and if they've got what it takes. So I look forward to seeing, again, you and I both have our feelings about triple threat matches, especially with no real story behind them like this one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're talking about Gal Cunningham. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look down here. I'm sorry. My eyes are getting shutty. But Gal and Cunningham, again, I know enough about the two of them based on, I mean, the gimmick with It's Gal is just is what it is. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that's putting it politely. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, it's a thing, folks. But
yeah, and it was a thing during the Last Stand Rumble that both men were involved in for Booker T's Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Well, should be going live here any moment now. If you're on Time Match Network like us, folks, and you were able to purchase the show, you have the annual subscription. As Time Match Network, usually they just auto kick in. But again, that's pretty much your whole card. So what talent are you hoping impresses you? What talent are you proud to see take on the WWE ID? And who do you think will move on to that next part of the stage in this program and Evolve? Let us know your thoughts in the comments as well. And please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend as we get ready to cover the next WWE ID Showcase presented by FSW. Let's freaking get ready to do this. Just waiting to see this thing actually changes on its own, or do I have to push a button? I forget.
So it says 7:30 Pacific. So we got a little more time than we thought we did.
Oh, okay. They actually changed it. I didn't know that.
I didn't either till right now. Okay. We're gonna. Well, since we already hyped the card, we can talk about something else, I guess.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, there's more than enough to talk about with the freaking WWE, and that also tells me that they probably weren't ready. But again, with talent match, with anything live, with anything independent, it's bound to run either late or later. And of course, to your point, we're going to be covering a whole lot more women and women's wrestling when we go to the premiere program of Talent Match Network after this. Whether or not we have a break or an overlay, that's a whole different conversation right now as we get ready for Ladies Night Out 16. And we know that Jasmine Allure will be defending her Ladies Night Out Championship after successfully retaining it at Podermania against Alejandra Quintanilla.
Yeah, again, we talked about the matches last night at Podermania having implications for tonight. Jasmine's got a title defense. We weren't sure she was going to survive the night as champion, and she did. So we've got that coming out. I know there's there's a major triple threat match, like you said, and it's Jazz is involved as a special referee on this show.
That's
I'm so glad Jazz is back in the wrestling sphere. I know she kind of,
I think she's actually a coach now for WWE in the Performance Center with Norman Smiley and Matt Bloom and William Regal. So congrats to her.
And you will find very few people of any gender more dedicated to the craft of the business than Jazz. Like I said, I was so glad I met her in the weirdest of circumstances. We met in the karaoke room on the top of deck of the Jericho Cruise 5 years ago. Yeah.
Serious.
She was not singing at that time. She ended up going up there to sing a song. I can't remember what one. Life of Me. That was a few drinks ago. Just not out there.
That's fair. I respect that. Continue.
To be fair, for me, the highlight of not just the karaoke, but the entire cruise was Abaddon not saying a goddamn word the whole trip, and then going out there and singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." That's all she said all weekend, was singing that song.
I mean, it's a great song, though, to be fair. Let's just
Abaddon. I say she. Abaddon went up there and just killed it, but didn't say a single word the rest of the cruise. To the point where when I asked her for a selfie at the slot machine, she indicated, and we did the thing.
That's fair.
Living the gimmick. I applaud Abaddon so much for that. But anyway, so yeah, the only time I ever got to meet Jazz, it wasn't in a meet and greet at an event. It wasn't seeing her at a show and getting the outside at the alley before they get in the car. It was literally in the karaoke room on the Jericho Cruise. That's the kind of personality that she doesn't let you see a whole lot. But Jazz is great. I'm so glad she's going to be part of this crazy WrestleMania weekend, and that she's back involved with the company, because again, you can't have, for me, You cannot have enough voices like her, enough experiences like her, or Molly Holly, or everybody that's in the system now,
Right.
involved as they are. So I am grateful as a fan and as somebody who appreciates women's wrestling that so many
Amy.
people are involved. Um, but yeah, ladies' night out is going to be another great show tonight. We've got that
Yeah.
coming up pretty much right after this.
If not crossover, and again, it's also part of the FSW Full Tilt for weekend. In fact, it serves as the final event of the night. How fitting, even though it crosses over here for me in the East Coast. And feature matches, I don't know if this is everything, but again, over 70 different talents. Just to give you all a little bit of a preview, because like you said, Jeff, I don't think this show is going to end before Ladies Night Out. I think we're going to have some crossover, bruv. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit what's ahead. Folks, get a load of this. Thunder Rosa is taking on Burt Vixen. The Ladies Night Out Championship, much like Jeff said, special guest referee Jazz. It is now Jasmine Allure, La Rosa Negra, and Izzy Moreno for the Ladies
That's
Night
right.
Out Championship
Yeah.
and Triple Threats.
I couldn't remember if Izzy was in the championship match or not. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If we see Izzy Moreno get a championship victory in WrestleMania weekend, I think we're gonna hear the pops from across the wrestling world in our headsets. It's gonna be awesome for her. I'm so happy for her. And of course,
Absolutely.
not taking away from Jasmine or La Rosa Negra, but man, Izzy has just had the support of the wrestling world behind her since she announced her intentions to go for it. So good on her, man.
The workers, the fans, the supporters, the interviewers, there is not a single negative Nelly against the literal journey and the potential of Izzy, unless you're playing kayfabe. And we also, of course, have the ACW Championship line, Steph DeLander, we're taking on, again, WID. There you go. Airica Demia, who's not WID, but very well could be out tonight for all we know. Lee Laura versus Angelica Riz versus Serena Vale. Of course, we just called her at Boulder Man. This will be a first time ever. Lacey Lane versus Vipers, who's going to be very busy, including being involved at Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Jada Stone is standing out now in the TNA Knockouts division, taking on Rufy J in the first time ever singles match. By the way, shout out to Telly for putting this all together. Thank you for your time out of Studios for interviewing. Nixon Newell, Miranda Alzay taking on Ray Lynn and Dynamite Danny Moe. Another first time ever matchup. I like the fact he actually makes notes here. Yes, Jeff.
Nixon Noel is Tegan Knox, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll make sure I got that clear.
Yeah, you're good. We just talked about WID. WIT Notorious Mimi is taking on J-Rod for the first time ever. You, of course, will see more of J-Rod not only in our wrestling. She is also an American Gladiator, so stay tuned to see her work on the Prime premiere on Amazon Prime for American Gladiators. Fallyn Gray that we just talked about versus Sophia Savan versus Corinne Joy versus Princess Perfection Rachel Lay in a fatal four-way match. Sue Young, Lindsay Snow, and Tara Zepp taking on Hollywood, Haley J, Gypsy Mac, and Nikki Knuckles in a women's trios match. Lindsay Snow and Sue Young. Oh, Lord. That's a scary combination.
Right? Yeah.
I'm just saying. Laynie Luck, of course, current WID Women's Champion, teams up with Saz McKenzie, who was unfortunately brain with a bottle against Nixie XS at a pull-up minute. They take on Kinsley and Frankie B. Brittnie Brooks, again, like I said, that's Las Vegas. She's going to be on every show she can be. I'll tell you that much. Fatal five-way action with Maddie Max, Maserati, Carolina Cruz, and, oh, look, there's a familiar name, La Princesa, Tiffany Nueves, Josephine Navarro, and Vanny taking on Micah Madrid and Little Ruse in tag team action. Brittany breaks to the Porta Mania champion, taking on La Leona Alejandra Quintanilla, taking on Jazzy Yang, taking on Vanilla Vargas in a fatal four-way match. The Reality of Wrestling Championship, Booker T's promotion, might I add. Lady Bird Monroe defends the gold against Alexis Littlefoot. That's a last name. In a first time ever matchup, not even going to say anything. I had a thought. I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Jeff, don't you say it either. Don't you say it.
I wasn't. I'm not.
Okay. And Alexis Avalo takes on Vicious Vicky. Of course, last time I saw Vicious Vicky, she was with Indy Hartwell in a tag match against the Diamond Collective, who, of course, were involved in the Dev Realm on TNA. Please remain hashtag spoiler free, folks. The only fan I care about TNA, I'm going to go watch back. And, of course, we also have a Wrestle Lit Rumble featuring Christian Reed, Gemma, Jem, Journey Burke, Jasmine Howe, Christian Blaze, Diamond Virago, Kayla Lopez, who also was one of our last interviewees, Raven Marie, La Spooky, and Kobe Max. And something tells me that's not even every name on this card or every match on this card yet. Oofa.
Dude, I am so glad you said keep Impact spoiler free, because I just came across a tweet that talks about the Undead Realm. So I'm glad you said that.
Thank you, Jeff. So, Jeff, I mean, this Ladies Night Out card, buckle up, brother.
Yeah, Ladies Night Out's going to be awesome. No doubt about it. I will say, we were talking about during the Dynamite stream to maybe just watch Dynamite going forward, because everybody wants to watch me crash out at Max losing the title, which is fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Everything's great. It's great. I'm so freaking happy for Darby.
Freaking great. Yeah, I figured that was what happened. Thanks, JJ.
Kind of figured. Next week on Dynamite, we saw Hikaru Shida with Miss Statlander during Dynamite last night.
Yes.
She will take on Mina Shirakawa on Dynamite this coming week.
Hey, Mina. Mina makes me happy. Curious to see what's next for Mina there. Charles,
and of course, we'll see Mina during Shenanigans on Sunday.
I mean, always in the intro. And for all we know, at WrestleCon, Walter and JJ might finally get to see Mina. We'll see. And live to tell the tale.
I'm here for that.
We'll find out. And,
I'm here for that. What did Charles say?
Are you sure you're fine, Jeff?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm dealing with it.
And of course, after what we saw on Dynamite, it was also announced that Will Ospreay, God help his neck, is taking on Dougzilla Mark Davis. I don't think that's a very smart idea for the bruv. But again, this is Will Ospreay we're talking about, right?
Okay, of course, so Will, last time I saw you in person on the Jericho Cruise, and you and your friend were very helpful in getting me my spring water so I could survive.
Right.
Stay off your head.
Easier said than done for the aerial assassin. I mean,
I
know.
Skies.
I'm just saying, I know. I figured It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to think right now. And again, as we talked about, folks, stay tuned. We're an independent commentary team covering a House of Glory. And of course, we go into tomorrow for all the wrestling, as Jeff alluded to. He'll be on Bloodsport. Boy, what a card he has to look forward to there, including Natty Neidhart versus Shayna Baszler in Shayna's turf.
Sorry. Shit.
No, you're good.
Triple H tweet. Immortal. Stop by WWE World to see the newly unveiled statue of the Hulkster on display all weekend. They have a whole exhibit out. They put it out on social today of Nick Hogan checking out the exhibit. I need to stay off social while I'm working.
Not a bad idea.
Hunter with Nick and Jimmy Hart and the statue, because that's
awesome.
Even as a statue, where Hulk goes, Jimmy Hart goes. Of
course, he got to be there.
Yeah, there you go. There's that's
cool. They also got the documentary coming up, I believe, for him as well
on Thursday. So the first day I actually have where I'm off from wrestling podcasting. Nope, I'll be watching wrestling because of the Netflix documentary. So
about to say, I mean, Jeff, come on now. You're the biggest Hulkamaniac I know. It'll be a disservice for you to not watch that.
I am definitely curious. The previews were interesting. You saw a lot of people in preview clips and little trailer pieces. I don't know how I feel about certain people being involved in it, but I didn't make a documentary. I'm just going to watch it as a fan and see how it goes. I watched the Shawn Michaels documentary that was on Peacock. Very cool to see that.
Yes.
Oh, and briefly on my soapbox, to anybody that felt like body shaming Shawn Michaels' children, just shut the fuck up. My God. Gosh. Like, these kids aren't in the business in a performing standpoint. They don't have to have their father's or their mother's build. Like, Jesus Christ, calm down.
What is with people thinking that people need to have, like, a supermodel or superhero body just to frickin' be something in this business? It seems ridiculous to me, but continue.
So it's very rare to me that I'll give, somebody that, people don't think deserve the praise, deserve it. I think they are. Mike Tyson said it best when this whole thing started, man. The pandemic and Twitter have given people a great excuse to run their mouths up, the fear of getting their mouth punched. So it's stuff
Accurate.
like that just, it's like, man, Sean's son is a talented artist. His daughter's an amazing makeup artist. Why does it matter how they look? Because we got Twitter twats. That is why.
That might
End of
be
the day.
accurate. I mean,
So,
you're
but
not wrong. You're not wrong.
no, I'm not. Again, I'm trying very hard, as I've told you privately and occasionally during shenanigans. I'm trying very hard to take the Noah Foster approach when it comes to protecting my mentality and approaching others in my world. It's like, you know what? You are not in here 24/7 and you don't live in here 24/7, so I'm not going to allow you to matter. But when I see people as decent as, you know, Sean's children or people that I've known for so many years, you know, get just unwarranted criticism, it bothers me. And I know that in my almost 24 years of doing this, I have never I have been very hypocritical, but you know, you don't change without having something to change from. And Lord knows, before I, you know, and even while even after I created the multiverse of media, I've not always been a positive person. So I'm trying. It's much easier to just, you know what, we're not doing Twitter today. And weeks like this, it's more challenging just because, right, got to promote, got to, you know, get the word out there. So
That's fair.
If I come off as stronger than I have been since the first of the year about it, it's just because I'm inundated with it. But anyway, getting back to the Hogan thing, yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be just frothing at the mouth to comment on the documentary, good or bad, because that's just the nature of the beast. I am going into it as a fan. I'm going to it as a wrestling fan. I'm going to it as a Hulk Hogan fan.
That's the best approach.
And I know I'm in the minority nowadays, to be honest, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not in an 18,000 seat arena being the only one not booing him like I was a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's got that after the Greg Cherry show and Dynamite next week, after No DQ review and NXT next week, after the Raw after Mania, after WrestleMania, after everything before WrestleMania coming up the rest of this week. So if you all don't hear from me on Friday prior to me clocking in at the House of Mouse, please do a welfare check.
Yeah, I'll be checking on you next week, Friday morning. Jeff, you still awake, bro? You all right?
No,
but
no,
yeah,
I am not. And you know, it is what it is. There'll be a lot of wrestling to consume and talk about, and what do you call it? Commentate about and give our reactions to.
Oh yeah,
commentate. Thank you. And you know, there'll be things to process. You know, who's going to come out of Las Vegas as the WWE champion, the World Heavyweight champion? Who's going to be the supreme talents coming out of WrestleMania? Who's gonna catch me out of my crash out because Darby Allin's world champion? Things like that. You know, just
I thought you were okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's good. It's great. It's fine. It's fine. And yes, Charles. I said I'm fine. I'm fucking fine. Charles, there is a delay. JJ even put it in the comments. There was the show, whatever show was in that arena before the showcase went long. Nothing. So we are waiting. As soon as it goes live, it goes live.
We're talking, chewing the breeze, talking about protection mentality and upcoming attractions. You know what? It's been a long time since I've simply just taught wrestling and life with Jeff Meacham. This is great. And of course, Jeff, like you said, you're going to be calling Bloodsport tomorrow. So let's go ahead and remind people what the cards are coming up. You, of course, have 99 Hart versus Shayna Baszler, Josh Burnett versus Yuji Nagata, Miya Yamashita versus Janai Kai, 2 battles of demons of kicks and strikes, Zack Sabre Jr., Charlie Dempsey, Timothy Thatcher. You also have Roy Siders, one half of the world-class Wrecking Crew, as well as Uka Sasaki from Pro Wrestling Noah and Matt Mano. You got a hell of a card to call there, bro.
I think of anything other than WrestleMania, I'm mad that I'm not there for. It's this show. It's Bloodsport. I've always wanted to see a Bloodsport show. I've been wanting to go see a Bloodsport show more since Natty became a regular part of it, and the Natty character really was born and bred there.
Accurate, freaking accurate.
Oh God, I cannot tell you, Noah, how gleeful I was to be able to see her in October and just have that moment of, and it's funny, I didn't realize it at the time. I'm getting a little introspective again here, so it is what it is.
Right.
I didn't realize in October that I was approaching the best parts of my life that I've had in so many years, since the first of the year. It's a very weird feeling when everything lines up at the same time.
Right.
But it's happening here, and it's happening for Natty, and it's Natty's is more overdue than mine. Like, my God, you think of some of the storylines, some of the character tweaks she's had over the years, and just to go out there and just come out to a Rage Against the Machine inspired song and just go in that ring and rage. Like, yes, this is what Natty needs to be. She needs to be every bit the intensity of her father without the overdone pink and black gimmickry of the 80s and 90s. Just go out there, whoop ass, and start getting the respect that a person of Natty Neidhart's stature deserves. Now,
Amen.
I will also say, on behalf of Big G and the other fans of the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler got the raw end of the deal with the fallout between WWE and Ronda Rousey. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. Shayna Baszler, whether she's been able to come back and appear on NXT, and appear or, help out at the Performance Center and be that voice of training and that voice of experience, we're not going to get her back on our TVs full time, which is horse shit. So turn her and Natty loose. Let Josh just go. Y'all do your thing.
I'm about to say, who knocks the other out first? I don't expect either one of these women to tap out with how fierce they are. And we all know how dangerous the studio Josh Burnett can be. Again, this is her world. She literally knocked freaking Masha Slamovic out. I'm just saying. So we're talking about the submission magician versus the owner nowadays of the Heart Dungeon. That's really training and disciplining people from every walk of live professional wrestling. And she's finally being truly herself versus WWE created. This is Natty, not Natalya. And why I call her locker room leader for generations, this is someone not looking to lead. This is someone to take over. And she's looking to show you exactly why she is the low-key legend by name.
I love that her phrase now is Natalya elevates, Natty decimates. Like, you're damn right.
That fact.
Damn right. Take them out. And then, just the rest of this card. I did not on my bingo card in 2026 having a former New Japan and WCW star that wrestled during the Nitro era taking on the leader of this crazy ass movement that is Bloodsport. But Barnett and Nagata are going to fucking throw down tomorrow. I'm scared for my own existence expiring from calling it, let alone them two.
About to say, I'm scared for Josh Barnett. He's caught in the Nagata lock too, because once Nagata's eyes go in the back of his head, he's going to try and rip that arm out of its freaking socket. Freaking legend, still wrestling in his damn 50s. Blue Justice, God bless him.
It is just going to be one of those nights where you've got, again, 10 fights on this lineup, and it's just going to 10 fights. Yeah, let's be clear. I didn't call them matches. I didn't call them, bouts or whatever. These 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These 20 people are gonna throw the fuck down.
Accurate.
Straight up. And it's gonna be great to watch. Again, Thatcher and Dempsey. Regal doesn't often show any more emotion other than the just the stone, very, very calm, very, very British exterior with that devil in his eye because it's William Regal.
I wonder if he's a gentleman villain.
I wonder if he's fearing for his son's life or his contemporary Timothy Thatcher's life in this case, because both these two had the capability of putting the other in the hospital. Going to be another one of those like,
I mean, to be fair, you're literally looking at Bloodsport. Anyone on this card could go into the damn hospital based on what happens to them.
No, it's Val. And then, God, Isaacs and Mercer, Royce Isaacs, another guy that I saw as a completely different side of his personality in the United Wrestling Network, Interesting Hollywood sphere of rosters. So I've loved seeing him reinvent himself as a Bloodsport talent and on the independent circuit. And then, man, everybody that is going to this show that's going to see Zack Sabre Jr. outside of a quote unquote traditional wrestling environment, please, from the bottom of my little ginger heart, fuck all the way off. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. Especially JJ and Walter, you bastards. Now, having said that, score the interviews, do the things by all means.
Oh, wow.
God, it's just going to be. This is how my watch along afternoon is starting tomorrow, and then I'm ending with the damn Juggalos.
Yeah,
which just you've got the Juggalos with Vince Russo booking and Big Vito involved. I don't have a prayer. I don't have a prayer of having anybody that likes me, but I'm going to call it anyway. It's going to be fun.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You're going to have fun with that. And of course, I'm going to have fun with Japanese strong styles. Of course, I'll be calling Start American Dream 2006, headlined by Sai Ida, going after the Strong Women's Championship against Windsor, who, of course, stood on Shuri at Wrestle Kingdom 8. Athena takes on the Pink Devil Reno, who's really been looking to be more than just the undercard this year, including confronting her own Oedo Tai / hate faction mate for the Wonder or Stardom Championship. And of course, the Cup Babes of Raven, Chris Statler. The Statler's out there! Making their Stardom debut together as a trio, taking on Mycera, Starlight Kid, and Asume, of course, the daughter of High Speed. Brittnie Brooks makes her Stardom debut. Again, like I said, Brittnie, center attention girl, is all freaking over. Brittnie Brooks teams with Saki, taking on Aya Sakura and Natsupoi. Aya Sakura, of course, known as the Kick Angel. We also have Maika, Nina, Shirakawa, and Hanako of Empress Nexus Venus taking on freaking Rina Yamashita, Hazuki, I love the Wild Heart, and Zuzu Suzuki, three crazy bitches in a trios match. And that is, of course, what I'm calling tomorrow, exclusively on pay-per-view on the Triller app.
On behalf of all of us calling cards the rest of the day tomorrow, thank you for only 5 matches. Blow through this shit. There you go.
By the way, it's not like these two are going to just take it easy on freaking
no, of course not.
each other. No, none of these women are. And again, some of these women making their Stardom debut. Brittnie Brooks, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron. Well, Willow Nightingale's been in Stardom before. Harley Cameron. This is going to be a lot of fun to call. And of course, as Jeff alluded to, that transcends into WrestleMania weekend. As of course, there's the Saturday card, and everyone's praying to God what the future is going to look like between Rhodes and Orton and Johnny Bravo. I mean, Pat McAfee in Randy Orton's corner with half a brain and less muscles. And also on Sunday, who will you acknowledge as the best to lead the business between CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and in the real main event, the kickoff to WrestleMania Sunday, Brock Lesnar and Obafemi as one conqueror looks to overthrow a ruler and vice versa. But as we look towards the weekend and I refresh my feed, I believe now it is time to finally get into WWE ID. Let's see what we got here. Looks like 2 men in the ring. Wait a minute. Are they starting? Marcus Mathers and Starboy Charlie are kicking things off? Okay.
It would appear that way.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, that being said, Jeff, let's go ahead and get ready to get right into this, I suppose.
Charlie's thinking he's Hollywood Hogan with the belt. Got it. Okay.
He likes to rock that title like Kyle O'Reilly, who became AEW World Trios Champion. That being said, folks, welcome officially into the WWE ID Showcase. Again, Jeff Meacham, Noah Foster on the call. Hope you enjoy. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend if you want to dictate the conversation. Super chat, pay by the patch, as simple as that. Again, this is for the WWE ID Men's Championship. Starboy Charlie, 23 years of age, 5'6", 154 pounds, 11 years involved in the game. Trained by Sparky Ballard, and of course, beat Cappuccino Jones for this title. This will be his first defense, taking on Marcus Mathers. He's already had a one-on-one match against him, 23 years of age, 6 years involved in the game. Trained out at H2O Wrestling Academy by Matt Tremont. Curious to see how this match kicks off.
You said Charlie has how many years?
Starboy Charlie, he is literally involved for 11 years.
So, under 17 years combined, but still that much experience, and these guys are just starting out. They're still babies.
23 years old, I might add. Last time Starboy Charlie and Marcus Mathers shared the ring together was August 2024 in GCW, and Starboy Charlie won that match. We got a stiff Connell tab here in the early going. As you said, Jeff, we are looking at the future of what could be WWE And right now, the
Absolutely.
WID Men's Champion on full display here in his first defense. Weight slot complied right now by Marcus Matters. A similar tail of the tape with, as you said, age, experience, as well as a body size and proportions.
So this is in a different venue than we saw.
Oh yeah,
during Pader Mania. Okay.
yeah. This is a different venue in its entirety. Starboy Charlie, former West Coast Pro Tag Team Champion and former
Yes.
Prestige Champion. Marcus Matters, of course, no stranger to championship accolades. Former Dreamweave Alternative, undisputed IWTV Independent Wrestling World Champion, the champion of independent wrestling. Nice headlock takeover there in the head scissors to Starboy Charlie. You can tell how well these two know each other right now from the get-go with this nice even out process.
JJ, if you're still in the chat, and I think it's on the branding, this is the show that's at the Luxor, correct?
That is correct. This is the show that is at the Luxor, the WWE ID Showcase.
Very, very cool. The Luxor is such a beautiful, beautiful facility. I was hearing they were going to tear it down. I hope it's not true.
Well, I mean, put something new in its place that doesn't cost $2 billion and a giant LED orb, I guess. I don't know, but every building, I guess, deserves some sort of renovation, much like the WWE roster.
That's fair. That's fair.
Great double wrist lock here being applied by Starboy Charlie. And Starboy Charlie right now grounding his opponent. And Starboy Charlie, as I said, folks, been world renowned. Just won this title with Cappuccino Jones, though, last month in May at Wrestling Open. And of course, you can look and see who evolves every Wednesday night on Tubi if you choose, or on demand via your free service for Tubi. As of course, we do now is the Evolve Women's Champion.
Cannot recommend Evolve enough, folks, if you're a wrestling fan. My goodness.
Well, I mean, look at Kendall Gray, look at Kelly Armstrong, now both in NXT. And look at this, look at the near leg by Starboy Charlie to retain. It's a 2 count near fall there for the champion. And of course, Kendall Gray looking to show us a different side after falling short for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand Deliver against Lil Device and Jessie Jane. Lil Device still NXT Women's Champion, outlasting Jessie Jane on NXT Revenge. Nice back kick there in the cover over the far leg. Gets the 2 counts. Things are starting to pick up here a little bit in this match, Jeff.
And it will. It's we're doing one of those things that we're starting out with a major championship match, but they're gonna have a feel out process as all wrestling matches are going to do. But eventually, they're gonna get that feel for each other. It's like, all right, let's turn out the jets and see what happens. And now these guys are just throwing the chops and haymakers, and now we're getting to a shoving. Now we're getting a little personal. Oh man, big takedown.
Right now, just teeing off. I'm in Pawn Strike here and a shove off by Starboy Charlie. And to your point, double A takedown. Starboy Charlie getting fired up. Your Starboy Charlie's been involved in GCW, WXW, AEW, Prestige, heavily probably Prestige, by the way. Defy Wrestling. This year alone, he's been involved in 9 different promotions, including House of Glory.
Again, when you have somebody who's been ID tagged, the ID champion. They're going to want him out there as many shows as possible.
Again, Starboy Charlie making it look easy with that beautiful drop kick. And now looking to go off the ropes. It's Marcus Mathers on the outside of the ring and kick to the midsection. Stopping Marcus Mathers in his tracks. Now go off the rope again. And it goes back to the awareness of these two men as well. Up and over goes Mathers and just throws his forearm into Starboy. Now follow through with the snapmare. Jumping back kick.
That was nice.
That was a beautiful transition there. Starboy Charlie outside the ring. Marcus Mathers quick on the attack. Looking for a flying PK.
Golly, I guess.
With him. Jeez. You can see the damage already done by Starboy Charlie. Marcus Mathers, though, who's already been involved in 15 different promotions this year.
Again, these guys are both out here, trying to prove that they belong on this show, on this spot.
And the fact this is the opening match. You would think they would have closed with this. So what does that do when it comes to how WWE is showcased in the future? Having the WID champion kick things off here to set the pace and the outlook of the business and what they want to expect from it.
Well, again, Paul Levesque and his team have made have not been quiet about, they're always building. Golly, they're always building. They're always looking for that next talent. That next superstar, that next, young up and coming person who is just needs that little bit of something to push them into that we're here mode.
Nice headlock applied here. Starboy Charlie, though, pointed the knee at the top of the head of Marcus Matters. Now transitioning. Folds open the cover. Lateral press. Gets a 2 count there. Oh, and nearly skipped with the championship, but eats a vicious elbow to the side of the head.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel it was the side of the jawline, actually. I think he clocked him in his jaw there a little bit, Jeff.
Yeah, Charlie, how's your face? My goodness gracious.
Ask him after this match if he smiles, and then I'm sure
I'm gonna ask him now. Like, his face is all over the place now.
And right now, looking for the Irish whip. Starboy Charlie with the reversal. Marcus sent to the opposite corner. Stops himself across the turnbuckle. Hits the back elbow. Springs up to the second rope. Top rope. Nice cross body. Calls the referee into the cover for a leg. It's a 2 count there. I think the referee was out of position on that fall.
He definitely was. Definitely. And Marcus is not making being quiet about it. He gave the referee the business there for a minute before he starting to fire himself up a little bit here, but he's got to maintain focus.
Well, I'm about to say, it's one of those things where the opponent gets in their own head. You already think they're losing this battle. But right now, Marcus Matters in firm control of the champion here with this submission to hold. They pointed the elbow underneath the jawline here in the sleeper. You think you have the opportunity to become the third WWE ID champion. Again, there's only been 2 WWE ID champions. Cappuccino Jones is the first, and Starboy Charlie literally just beat him. And this is Starboy Charlie's first defense. Now trying to surpass the pace set by Cappuccino Jones. The Starboy got caught again.
Took to follow.
Yeah, about to say, able to escape. The weight's like applied. Now pushing Matters in the corner. Looking for the Econo roll. Instead, escapes. Runs into a vicious chop. Almost shoves him off. Starboy, though, quick on his head. And so, man! Sunset flip from a takeover.
Wow.
That's the explosive nature of Starboy Charlie. You think you got him on the ropes, and then he ascends the ropes. Beautiful. Almost a cartwheel takeover in the sunset powerbomb. He didn't flip over his opponent. He literally flipped behind his opponent and took position from a different orientation.
Both these guys, as long as they've been in the business, but still, WWE rookies, like a better term. Both these guys know exactly what they're doing and how to, they're both so crisp. You can tell already.
Yeah, about to say, you can definitely tell this isn't their first rodeo here, and they are not giving an inch. Knife fish chopped to Matters. Irish whip, reversal, and Starboy front of the corner here. They have not let up at all on
this. No, they haven't, man. They've been going full tilt.
Off the second, tilt well. To your point, take over to Harris. Now Starboy up the second rope again, flying off at that kick. Almost a shade of a disaster kick. Shout out to Cody Rhodes.
Oh, yeah. Well, he is WWE champion.
I mean, also, he's been shaping the future of the wrestling business, not just WWE, but in general, of course, still leading classes at the Nightmare Factory. We'll see if he still faces WWE, though, come WrestleMania Saturday. Of course, we'll be covering that here, folks, at the Civil Studio. Stay tuned. Up and over, lands on the apron, catching him with a kick. Marcus Matters rocked on the way in. Now Starboy Charlie ascending to the top rope. Big missile drop kick. Marcus Matters said up and over. Now looking for the cover. Hook on the far leg to retain a kick on it, too, by Matters.
I am way off your feed for what it's worth here. We're have to play catch up after this match.
Yeah, that's fair. It's one of those things though with refreshing. It's like
I will just analyze it as you call it, brother.
Well, I mean, again, you and I are learning most of these names. We know Marcus Matters and Starboy Charlie from Prestige and GCW primarily.
Yes, exactly. So at least familiar with the talent, so we're not totally lost in the sauce here.
Yeah, and again, the men are kicking things off. I wonder if the women are going to close things out. I think it's only respect. Oh my gosh, what a freaking slap to the face. Off the second rope. Got in the crossbody, though, by Mathers, who nearly lost his footing, refusing to let Starboy Charlie go, though. The strength of Mathers here. Hoisting him up into a beautiful Falcon Arrow, jumping elbow drop, follow through.
Jeez.
And Mathers now in the driver's seat after that crisp, clean combo. Starboy Charlie staggering to his feet as the WID championship is on the line. The Irish whip and Marcus Matters send the corner again. Catching him with a stunner. Now rolls through. Looking to hook up Starboy Charlie. Spin him out. And sit him out flat with the power up on the cover. Hook at the far leg. Kick out 2.5. That was close right there.
That was close.
He didn't sit out fully with it, though. Didn't get the full impact. I think that's the only saving grace that Starboy Charlie got.
Very, very accurate. You got to follow through the whole way.
Fundamentals, Jeff. You say it all the time.
Fundamentals, man. I've been saying it for years.
Still lacking in this business.
Still. Oh,
Like,
and again, that's why they're on the ID showcase and not Sunday night main event.
And about to say, big elbow strike by Starboy Charlie. Exchange follow through by Marcus Matters. Paz was looking for a fisherman's buster. Dropped to a knee. And Marcus Matters now looking to hook Starboy. Able to escape. Still maintain leverage. Able to skip out the back door. Now looking for the waist lock. Back elbow strike applied. And now Starboy hoisted up again. Nope. Tremendous counter. Hurricane Rana to go both ways. Reversal by Marcus Mathers. Able to escape the pin. Now follow through with the jackknife cover. Marcus Mathers able to bridge. And turn Starboy Charlie around. Test of strength being applied here. Both men looking for the backside, it feels like. And loses an arm in the process, though. And Starboy, standing sliced bread.
Nice.
And now the straps come down on the WWE ID Men's Champion. Looking to retain the title. Beautiful corkscrew. Follow through. And the cover, two. No, kick out 2.5 by Matters.
Wow.
Matters able to survive the shooting Starboy press.
That was impressive to kick out of that. Two of them, no less.
And again, that goes back to the testament of Marcus Mathers and how much he has taken pride in this opportunity. Not only beat Starboy Charlie, but win the men's WWE ID Championship in Las Vegas. Again, how many opportunities like this come your way in this business?
I would say there's going to be no bigger stage for these two guys and the rest of this roster right now.
And Starboy Charlie rocking Marcus Mathers with these uppercuts. And Marcus Mathers, though, showing the heart of a champion. Oh, man.
Man,
shots midsection. Things are getting a little bit heated and heavy here, it looks like. Another chop to Starboy Charlie. Another chop follow through by Marcus Mathers. And both these men in a vicious exchange, almost a real firefight, it looks like. Starboy Charlie fired up, though. Cover the boot. Jumping drop kick. Takes Starboy Charlie down. Both men with a kip up. Super kick by Starboy Charlie. Follow through on Marcus Mathers. Average whip. Reversal. Starboy. Rebound. The roast. The handspring. Cover the drop kick, though. Out of position. And there's no stopping these two right now.
No.
Oh!
Again, full tilt.
Is it going to happen again with the Fisherman Buster? Kick out at 2.5.
Wow. How?
The Bozo Buster, not enough as both men have pulled out their best aces in the hole in what might as well be a preview level match for a championship.
Right?
The title not out of Marcus Mathers' grasp yet, but now he needs to regroup and rethink what it takes to become a champion. What haven't you done to Starboy Charlie? What doesn't he know about you? You might be looking for the 450 splash, another signature move in both these men's repertoire. And Marcus Mathers to the top rope and Starboy Charlie in the drop zone trying to reach up and, went for the double stomp instead. And Starboy gets out of the way. Goes to the outside of the ring, catching Marcus Mathers with the shoulder block. Now slingshot up and over the top. Looks for the clothesline. Block, though. Hey, it's a freaking hook kick. Gets immediately. It's a great to Mathers. Drives on the outside of the ring.
Oh, my goodness.
Right into the VIP sitting as there's some very comfortable seating there upstage. Starboy Charlie with the moonsault. Got caught, though. But Chase Mathers over the DDT on the stage.
Oh, that's rough. That's a rough landing.
And again, to your point, that's concrete. There's no padding out there, unlike those seats for those VIPs. I wonder how much that cost them. Half a kidney? Now up to the top row. Shooting star press.
He got all of it, man.
And the cover, too, and that is it. Starboy Charlie retains the WID Men's Championship.
I think I'm synced up with you. Woo!
A heck of a hot opener here and a heck of a first defense, demonstrating why you are the face for all future WWID prospects, maintaining hold of the gold and that throne.
I'm telling you, man, the old philosophy of the big one has to end it has long since been disproven. Sometimes you have the hot angle start the show, and that was it, man. That was a tremendous outing for the WWID Men's Championship. Shout out to both Marcus and Charlie there. My goodness.
Yeah, everyone can see that Starboy Charlie is ready to lead WWE ID. A hell of a hot start tonight as the WWE Men's ID Championship remains in the hands of Starboy Charlie off the shooting Starboy press. The previous move earlier, just standing sky twisters on both sides. Shout out to Will Ospreay. You can tell what's definitely inspired this young man.
Oh, yeah.
Again, 23 years of age.
Trying to look for our pals here.
Yeah, it
They're
looks
doing
like
that arena
Starboy
shot. So
gonna get us some words here on the mic. See what he's got to say after that first defense. Hell of a first impression.
definitely curious.
Thanking the fans. First title defense. Giving up for Marcus Madge. Couldn't have asked for a better first opponent. I definitely agree about that.
Cool to see respect for Marcus. I like that.
Yeah, like right there. Got the hardest working talent out here today.
Oh shit!
What the hell? Oh God!
Galloway! Oh my goodness!
Sam Holloway just choke
Holloway,
slammed
excuse me, Holloway.
Starboy
Excuse me.
Charlie. But I said, let's not forget, he had issues with Marcus Matters, as I said earlier. Good grief, but damn, that wasn't Marcus Matters. He just laid out the damn WWE ID champion.
Wonder what Thatcher thinks about his boy here.
Well, let's be fair, Jeff. How many opportunities did Thatcher take advantage of when he could?
Valid.
Those dangerous big man professional wrestling, and with a freaking chokeslam like that, gonna be hard to argue.
Dude, I realized how much he sounded like Kevin Nash. He sounds like old school, like diesel Kevin Nash with that voice.
Like,
man.
To think the last time these two shared the ring was the clusterfuck battle royale at Joy Janela's spring break last year.
Sam saying that he's gotten too soft around here.
Uh-oh. He isn't what he was 2006.
Oh. He's saying Thatcher's on soft, and Timmy Thatcher's not having any of this shit.
Well, I don't think the teacher likes being insulted by his student, if I'm being perfectly honest. I am tired. Weren't you mostly a bully during your career?
I was going to say, Timothy, pot and kettle here. Oh, fuck. We're going now.
Wait, what?
I guess we're going with these two guys right now.
I guess Thatcher doesn't need a microphone. All he needs is his two fists.
And that's a valid point. He will beat this kid's ass if he lets him.
Well, I mean, hell, Holloway decided he wanted to take things into his own hands.
Bring an answer like, sweetheart, we don't need you to do your job. We're good. Let's go.
Well, to be fair, it was a scheduled match. I guess we're getting sooner than expected.
I guess we're going right now. And that's fine too.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm with it. Let's go for it.
Sam Holloway, Timothy Thatcher, pupil versus teacher. This is going to be good.
Yeah, literally called the hard way, trained by Derek Dillinger, Dominic Guerin, and of course, lately, Timothy Thatcher. He stands 6'9", 264 pounds.
6'9". This guy's, they're both throwbacks in their own way.
Right. And remember, Timothy Thatcher's the WID coach. He freaking only, though, is 6'3", 224 pounds. But he offers 21 years of experience, disciplined by George Barnett. And these two are not wasting any time, clubbing away in the Continental tie-up and a point of the elbow to the spine. And we know how much Timothy Thatcher knows to dissect the human anatomy.
I think Thatcher was going for the collar elbow, and Sam just started throwing haymakers. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't think Sam's here to wrestle. I think Sam's here to brawl.
I think Sam's here to make a statement against not only his coach, but the entire ID system. He said it during his little speech there. The ID system's gone soft here. He's gonna gut the heart of the ID system by taking the coach out here, and he's already got him on his ass, man. Sam is not wasting time here, Noah.
Yeah, about to say. Obviously, the strength advantage in the favor of Sam Holloway. There's no denying that. Stiff Continental tie up here again, though. But again, the experience advantage on the coach might be what plays in the coach's favor, especially if his pupil is emotionally driven for the win and causes a mistake. As you see him right now, literally rearranging his jawline here and hyperextending the left arm. And this is the danger when you're in there with Timothy Thatcher and you give him a limb.
It don't matter if you're 6'9", 7'9", 20 foot tall. Timothy Thatcher gets a hold of your limb, you're 2 feet tall. Oh, well, then there's that response. So there you go.
You were saying.
I was saying ow on Timothy's behalf, I think is what I was saying. God, just a forearm to the jaw, and Timothy went down.
Giant, just a freaking giant.
6'9". If he gets any taller, he's going to be over the tip of the pyramid.
Yeah, about to say right now, stiff side headlock given to me. Thatcher thrown off by Sam, though, runs to the shoulder block, and Sam refusing to give away his vertical base. Back in the side headlock, and to me, Thatcher trying to wear down or squeeze the head out of his prize pupil. Whether or not he's a good prize or a prize that might be on the clearance rack might really come down to the result of this match.
Where the head goes, the body follows. Thatcher knows that. Even if you're 6'9", you leave the head, the body will go with it. And Thatcher's trying to wear him down. Oh, there he goes. Down he goes.
And finally taking him down with the shoulder tackle. And again, like I said, not their first one-on-one matchup. This is their third one-on-one matchup. And Sam Holloway got the better to me, Thatcher, last year in July at IWC for the IWC Super Indie title. Joint manipulation.
He grinding.
Grabbing the beard, though. Trying to find
a hell of a counter.
And look at that. Oh, gosh.
God damn.
Even Wishbone, he just drove his fingers straight down the mat.
I'll teach you to mess with a solid beard. Holloway, shame on you.
Good luck grabbing anything after that. Now working the other hand here. Notice to be Thatcher with jump manipulation going after both hands. Now, hammer locking. Elbow on the mat. Oh, boy. You're saying Shayna Baszler earlier.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Golly, that's not
Cover.
Nice. One. Not even a one.
Well, I'm about to say, he's attacking the upper body. He hasn't hit the lower body yet. Those legs still at full strength.
You got the upper body there, all right.
I'm trying to hoist up this behemoth. And again, vicious elbows in the side of the head. And now somehow they try to take advantage of the coach, hoisting him up. Oh, no!
Dropping the coach right on the statures.
I don't care how big, how strong, how wide, how big you are. Everyone's vulnerable in that spot.
Yeah. Again, 6'9", 6'3", 4'2". You get hit there, you're down to a foot tall if you're lucky.
And octave higher. And you see Sam right now slowing the approach, still framing his arms, though, regarding the damage done by Thatcher earlier.
Oh, God.
The referee's starting his 10 count, by the way, and I do wonder, is Sam looking for a win or looking for a statement? Oh!
Let's just let a bear club you across the chest. It'd be easier, honestly.
Let's think about this also, Jeff. He might not be sending a statement just to the WIT champion. He might be sending a statement to the Evolve champion, as again, to be Thatcher is the foreman of Evolve now. He's the general manager.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind, no. Sam Holloway is sending a message to everybody in the WWE system here with this methodical assault on Timothy Thatcher.
2 count.
Longtime veteran in the business, WWE ID coach, Evolve foreman. Timothy Thatcher is involved in all developmental aspects of the WWE right now. And Sam knows that. He knows that.
And of course, Timothy Thatcher is also familiar with the Evolve stage. He's a former Evolve champion in his own right for 2015 to 2017.
Again, nobody can dispute the greatness of the Evolve of old. And with WWE's involvement now reshaping that entire brand, Sam, again, I said it during our pre-show and no longer being longer than it should have been. Every single person on this card is looking to make a statement one way or the other. Sam's statement right now is, I am big, I am bad, and I'm going to beat the out of this old man.
And I'm going to do it the hard way, as his nickname implies. Current AIW Absolute Champion now for 111 days. Former A1 Outer Limits Champion. Former Greektown Cup Champion. A little angrier than usual, feels like, with that move. Gets a 2 count.
God. He elbowed him in the chest, but he went down so fast, he almost went across the man's throat.
Yeah, I'm saying, I don't think Sam Holloway is no stranger to hurting people. It looks like now hyperextending the arms on Thatcher's back and driving down his weight on Thatcher's spine with the boot to the shoulder blades. But look at the absolute grimace of defiance on Timothy Thatcher, trying to break the grip of Sam Holloway, who changes now into a chin lock.
That move where you're planting the sole of your foot into the man's back and dragging your legs back, that is a big man staple. You saw Diesel, Kevin Nash do that all the time.
About to say, how much of Diesel do you think inspired this big man just with the way that he's actually carrying himself in the ring? And of course, Kevin Nash, to your points, former WWE champion.
Let's not forget who really gave Kevin Nash his break in this business too.
The
current head of NXT.
You were saying,
So,
Briggs, not fit to be Thatcher might just pop the elbow out of the socket, making a sacrifice with Sam Holloway's arm. But please continue as he's wincing in
yeah,
pain.
gotta do what you gotta do. I was just saying, let's not forget who gave that man Kevin Nash his big break in the business. The current head of NXT, Shawn Michaels. Sam knows the eyes of the
Oh,
WWE
no.
are on him right now as he's
Our
dissecting
friends,
Timothy
enemy there.
Thatcher piece by piece.
Yeah, that
Everything is
Thatcher's
done
there.
for a reason with precision right now. Yeah, he came out aggressive. He came out and beat out of the WWE champion, but there's a plan here at work. There is a method to this man's not madness, but just monstrous approach. He's looking to open eyes to God damn. Let's just slap him across the face, Timothy. That's good.
You know, whatever works, whatever creates a relation. Oh, God! What the fuck?
That 6'9" man just threw a drop kick. Standing drop
literally
kick.
might not Thatcher out as he shoots the half with no positioning here. Nope, arm underneath the rope. Break contact underneath the ropes. It's a rope break, and Thatcher knew that as he kicks him in the back of the head now. I don't know how Thatcher even knows where he is right now after that. Damn.
If I get FSW to have replays, that'd be great because he threw this 6'9" man through a standing drop kick like he was in cruiserweight. My God.
I've seen limitless people and rulers do crazy things, but nothing like that. Open palm strike there across the jawline by Timothy Thatcher. Might have hands as stiff as freaking Hiroshi Tanahashi broke Hiroki Goto's jaw in a past life.
Oh, my word.
Uranagi, almost in slow motion, it feels like. It gets at 2.5.
God. That was a Uranagi at chokeslam speed. That was vicious.
And about to say, though, look at Thatcher, though, trying to hype himself up, it feels like. Here in Sam Holloway, though, being in the straps now, might be done. Wonder if he has a jackknife power bomb in play.
Oh, there it is.
Down cover, 2, and no!
How?
That's impressive, considering, again, I literally called Kevin Nash finisher. Apparently, Sam Holloway learned to figure out his playbook.
He definitely went through and he hit that Batista bomb with every bit of aggression. And Thatcher still now where is this big man going? What is he doing?
I don't think this big man's meant to be on the top rope, if being perfectly honest here.
Timothy made him hate it, made him regret it. Whew.
I'm about to say, slow in the ascent. That's the problem when you go high risk. You risk your opponent meeting you there. And now I sense disaster. Superplex!
Oh my God.
How the hell did the ring not collapse on that damn near 300-pound impact?
I don't know if the ring collapsed. That one camera shot started like it was going sideways. They had to cut away real quick. Whoa.
Thatcher right now just swinging for the fences, fired up here. Big uppercut. Sam Holloway, by the way, who's been involved in Evolve, has yet to get a win on Evolve. Has been in the ring with Wolfgang, with Gallus, with Adrenaline Drip, with Drake Morales, and Harlan Lewis most recently. And a cover by Timothy Thatcher gets a 2.5. Imagine him winning over the 4-man here tonight. That's got to put him in Evolve Championship contention. That's it, though. I say that. Hyperextended the arm and the German manipulation, and Thatcher wins.
Thatcher gets you in that position. You're not doing anything but regretting.
Yeah, you're really giving yourself mercy tapping out quickly because Thatcher could have really ripped that man's arm off.
With glee and joy on his face.
Well, while their issues continue, again, the coach out wrestles the prospect, and this prospect's going to come back meaner and angrier than ever. But again, watch out for Sam Holloway involved, and watch out, WWE.
I said watch out for Sam Holloway, Timothy Thatcher right now. He may close on him down those stairs.
About to say, let's not give him ideas here. That was a meaty, mean fight. Good grief.
Yeah, and it wasn't like one of those big, meaty men doing meaty things. It was just two bruisers just beating the out of each other. I'm here for it, man. Oh, I like that graphic. How that's nice. That's nice. I dig it.
A nice little graphic here. Again, the WWE ID Showcase coming from a building you're very familiar with in the Luxor. And again, thank you to the 75 of you that are watching live with us right now. Again, we have
really? Oh.
Follow us at SR Studios 2024 for further wrestling coverage as action continues here. And again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends. We do this for the biggest shows, pay-per-views, PLE specials, and even more extras here on WrestleMania week for all the wrestling as we get ready here for our next match.
I believe this is the triple threat based on the fact that I have no idea who this is.
Yes, that is very, very good, Jeff. That is Quon McNair, of
There we go.
course, who, as I said, is a rising freelancing standout here. Comes to us from Israel, from the Georgia area, has less than 1 year of wrestling experience. Trained on a Team Fearless training academy.
My goodness, this Rivera kid's put together. Holy crap. I'm stuttering. He's so put together. Can't even
And
say
that's
it.
fair. And there's really no real history here. American, Puerto Rican professional wrestler starting very recently here. Again, these three men are literally in the genesis of their career. Trained out of New England Pro Wrestling Academy by Chase DeMont and Max Smashmaster, and also out of the Chaos Wrestling School by Kevin Bowe. He debuted back in 2021.
Oh, he's really just a baby.
Yeah, still though, very talented young athlete here, gracing the WWE ID stage against Jaquan McNair. Jaquan McNair has already been the APW Heavyweight Champion and MAML Prestige Champion. A little bit over maybe 30 plus matches of professional wrestling career.
I'm gonna guess based on the camera setup and what we've seen of the crowd that Jay and Walter are sitting on the same side as the camera is positioned. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think
because we haven't seen them yet. So yeah.
Well, now we're seeing Jimmy House here, who is the current Rhodes Wrestling Academy champion.
Okay.
Two-time Rhodes Wrestling Academy champion. After, of course, on the last showcase, of course, you can follow on the YouTube channel, the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. He beat Movie Mike for that title at the Rhodes Cup last month.
Okay, so the eyes of the Rhodes family are on this guy. So if Dustin's training him, maybe the undisputed WWE champion's having a look-see during his media plethora of the day.
It's entirely possible. Freelancer, trained with a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, has been involved 3 years in wrestling.
Okay.
Let's see how the three men show why they have been potentially ID'd. When did this ring announcer's been ID?
Right? Yeah, I'm curious who she is. She's definitely got my attention.
She's got a certain twang to her voice, and she's got the reverberations that I can appreciate when it comes to what we are seeing.
Well, when you're an announcer in a promotion that primarily resides in Vegas, you got to have a little bit more of that flair, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
That's fair. She's got that build, but she doesn't overbuild it. Sells into it and then brings it forward. That's what you need when you're ring announcing.
Absolutely. I've had the benefit of being around some of the best independently based ring announcers in wrestling, and all, of course, Justin Roberts, Lillian Garcia. So, Sam Irvin.
Yeah, there you go.
The late great Howard Finkel. I got to see him a couple times live. Just hard acts to follow, but again, this is all about the future. So we'll see. You never know.
And we don't know necessarily who can get the better of these three men. This first time ever, triple threat encounter, the first time these three men have ever encountered each other. As I said, Jimmy Houslow has the most pressure coming in here currently as the Rhodes Wrestling Associate Champion, now two-time champion. And Javier immediately going on the attack here while Quon McNair was watching on. I'm just going to go ahead and say this just so people understand what we're talking about. If you're watching this with us, Quon McNair is the non-white guy. And right now, hoisting up Jimmy House into the backbreaker.
Sorry, I don't mean
that's. Oh, man.
That tickled me way too much.
That's okay. I mean, I'm mixed. I can say that. And right now, Rivera and Jaquan are literally taking advantage here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to say, triple threat, there are no friends. So Jaquan looking for the advantage. Cover on Jimmy House gets a 1 count.
Absolutely not.
About to say triple threat, we all know how these works. And look out for Rivera. Get a schoolboy roll 2 count here. About to say, you try and work with somebody, it's only going to be a brief moment, if that. Mr. Jarial Rivera and Jaquan taking out a double clothesline by Jimmy House. Blasted his way through them. Damn.
This guy is a force. You can definitely see that Rhodes intensity in his training.
Yeah, beautiful hip toss. It's here in the cover on Jaquan. Gets a 2 count. Just was involved recently in Reality of Wrestling. A standout, of course, across the Texas area. And 2 count there by Javier on Jimmy House. Was also involved in the WWE Evolve number 1 contendership triple threat match against Chaz Hall and CJ Valor. And Valor, whoop, up and over. Right now, of course, Jimmy House stuck between these two men. Drop kick on point by Jaha.
Man, I was going to say it yesterday and forgot. The drop kicks across the industry just pop me. Everybody's got such a sick drop kick, man. I
found the best drop kick in the business, and freaking future prospects in the business, like freaking Kevin Knight, who's rising in AEW, giving a counter for his money. Sunset flip, roll through by Javier Rivera, runs through with a drop kick.
There, to your point, man.
The cover hook of the far leg, and it's a 2 count on Quon.
Drop kick and then landed on it, like on it, flat backed on his own torso. So it's like, God, just extra impact. After a drop kick, you land on the dude because, why not?
Yeah, I mean, whatever works for you, right? Now, German waits, oh boy. And now look at Jimmy House, was positively looking for the double German. O'Connor roll, went for the high kick. Caught with a jump in Zaguri, though. By Quon.
My Lord.
And now Javier Rivera trying to follow up the gut wrench, though, by Jaha, hoisting up Rivera and just holding him ease. The gut wrench suplex takeover maintains waist control.
Oh, man, that is another skill.
Yeah, imagine the core strength with that. And again, just throwing around this man, still maintaining hold of the waist and not going for the cover, looking for the hat trick of gut wrench suplexes. Whether or not he beats release is beyond me. And it hits the trifecta and releases Mr. Rivera.
Got caught.
And a chaos fury by Jimmy House.
Oh,
gosh! Explosive sling blade by Jarial Rivera, and you can't take your eyes off any of these men as all 3 men are down for the time being.
Everybody's down but the ref.
Well, yes, for now. Let's not jinx
For now, that's valid. That's valid. That's fair.
A natural born thriller is what Jarial Rivera is known as, by the way. Everybody, of course, wants to leave an impression of why they should be. WID is flying with that form. Showing his agility. Put a post to post against his opponents. Rocking Jimmy House, but caught by Quon. Pure power demonstrated with the cover. Gets a 2 count. An ankle lock being applied here by Jimmy House.
I've seen this guy before. Now I've seen him do the ankle lock. I've seen him do the. Okay, I know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's heavily inspired by the likes of Chad Gable. If you haven't guessed it by now.
Yeah. Well, no, I saw that. That was a hell of a combination move. I'm here for it.
And Rivera making advantage with the cover, gets a 2 count.
God. Oof. Fast paced all show so far. Everybody's moving, man. Even Thatcher and Holloway had a fast pace, and those are 2 solid dudes.
Yeah, right. You're right. Now, don't make a corner spear on the midair. And the cover hook of the far leg, and Quon with the save.
Dude, I hope his spleen's insured.
Yeah, might need a new spleen after that impact.
Need it. My Lord.
Jimmy House actually has a pinfall win over Timothy Thatcher at the Rhodes Cup 2026.
There you go.
Big knockout blow there. And right now, Jimmy House looking for the Quon, but Jarial Rivera coming from behind. Thrown out, though, by Jimmy. Is tossed up. Big uppercuts. I'm about to say, I'm very impressed, though, by all 3 of these men. I knew Jimmy House was going to leave an impression, though. That's for sure.
Acting like a house now, not going anywhere, not being moved an inch.
Yeah, right.
Just sent Rivera over the top rope from the middle of the ring. Holy crap.
And now you got to watch the third opponent, Quon, hoisting him up.
Oh, man. Now,
almost like an Olympic slam, but instead of turning him over, he just dropped him face first. Now sent to the outside with the low bridge by Javier. Jerry, I'm sorry, I couldn't say the name. The name's a weird one. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, you're good. I was going to say, I was just saying low bridge, and now Rivera gets that.
Coat breaker, hook of the leg.
Did he get him?
He got him.
Wow. Dude, the coat breaker
Rivera with the win and pinfall on Jimmy House, following that coat breaker back inside the ring.
Dude, the code breaker is all over this week, and the one person we expect to see it didn't wrestle yesterday.
Yeah, but he had more than enough to say towards Ricochet Bald when it came to wrestling at Dynasty. So sorry, Jeff. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
That should not pop me. I'm a dick for that.
It's all good. A hell of a showcase though here by all three men
was.
here.
That was it. That was a great. Again, you and I are not found in triple threats either way, but that was a hell of a match.
Yeah, it looks like all three men here. A
There
little
we
bit of show
go.
of respect. I mean, again, it was a pure triple threat contest here. They all came on showdown, but it was that moment of opportunity that Jarial Rivera took and capitalized on, pinning Jimmy House in the process.
All it takes is 3 seconds, man. Rivera just proved that. Every one of those guys had equal opportunity to get at that pinfall, and it was just that split, that brief moment of, oh, okay, we have a pinfall there, and it's as simple as that. Wasn't even sure it was it. It was so quick.
Yeah, about to say I wasn't sure if they got the 3 count there, but I also wasn't sure if someone else was going to come in and break it up, and Quon was unable to come in for the save. So again, congrats to Jarial Rivera for getting the win there here at this WWE ID Showcase. We get ready for our next match, and it's time for the women to take center stage. We all know this young lady, the center of attention, FSW Women's Champion, Las Vegas Standard, Brittnie Brooks.
Just a ball of energy. I love this girl.
After a very long rise, of course, in her young career, trained out of AWF Academy by Lawrence Taylor, 5 years involved in the game at 21 years of age, 5 foot, 536 pounds, and of course, inspired by the likes of Chris Bay to continue fighting back for her own leg injury. And as I said, the current FSW Women's Champion at 229 days.
Man, you talk about an inspiring story, dude. If Chris Bay just is everything. I'm so happy that he
facts.
Is where he's at already. Oh, such a modest bow from the center of attention.
Well, I'm sure things are about to get very spicy here momentarily.
Oh, yes.
Rossi, who was just newly WWE ID, known as the Sauce Boss, 30 years, 6 years involved in the game, trained out of Flatback Wrestling Academy by one gorgeous Tyler Breeze. Tremendous talent, of course, former NWA World Women's Tag Team Champion alongside La Princesa Team Rivera as part of TVMA across 2 runs, might I add, for a combined 224 days.
And again,
so that's all you need to do to make it in this business, Jeff, is just have one lasting impression. And clearly, she finally got on the WWE radar this year.
It's very hard to maintain that level of championship pedigree, you know, on a show like the NWA, but her and Tiffany definitely did it. I'm so happy she's a WWE talent. I can't wait to see what she does against Brittnie here.
We'll see in this first time ever one-on-one matchup, of course, coming off WWE Evolve literally just last month in the WWE Evolve Women's Title qualifying fatal 4-way in a losing effort, but already leaving her first impression on the WWE landscape. But like I said, Brittnie Brooks, though, there's a reason why she is called the center of attention. Former AWF Women's Champion, Dreamweave Women's Champion. And as I said, first time ever one-on-one matchup, but she is heavily involved across Las Vegas this week, including Stardom tomorrow.
And I'm happy for her. She's getting a start. That's her Stardom debut, right?
That's correct.
That's so cool for Brittnie. I'm so happy for her.
Very excited to see how these two square out here in this first time ever encounter. Current FSW Women's Champion here. And right now, I'm sure that Brittnie Brooks would love to defeat a WWE ID talent. As you take a little bit of a moment. We'll see you here in a moment. As of course, folks, again, we are covering the WID Showcase here, represented by FSW, future stars of wrestling, local promotion out of the Las Vegas area. And Brittnie Brooks trying to take advantage in the early going. Doesn't need the clothesline, though. Beautiful arm drag takeover on Valentina Rossi. And about to say, Brittnie Brooks, don't let the smile fool you. She can be a mean girl, and I don't see that because she's wearing the pink and black. Nice suplex takeover there on Valentina Rossi. And sometimes you got to have that mean streak to actually succeed or be of mention in this business. Especially you're going to call yourself center of attention. Beautiful bulldog shoots the half. Now the cover. Hook on the far leg by Brittnie gets a 2 count on Miss Rossi. Oof. Of course, you also seen her, as I said, involved now on the WWE Evolved Wrestling, Miss Mafiosa herself. And right now taking advantage of Brittnie in the ropes and Valentina Rossi working the arm and just clubbing away the current FSW Women's Champion, looking to send a very emphatic first impression towards the new Evolve Women's Champion, obviously, in Windy Chu. And right now, Valentina Rossi staying on the attack on Brittnie Brooks here. Oh! Beautiful suplex takeover. Now the cover, hooking the far leg. It's a 1 count. Brittnie Brooks, of course, coming off that triple threat against Isa Moreno and Gypsy Mac at Pole Down Mania. Isa Moreno getting the better, pinning Gypsy Mac, a longtime rival of Brittnie Brooks. And Brittnie Brooks coming off a win against Emily J just at SHP High Stakes, literally following Pole Down Mania at the Nerd in Las Vegas. And as I said, she's got a lot ahead for her this Las Vegas week. Clubbing shot the Valentina Rossi to the forearm of Brittnie Brooks. Brittnie Brooks' last defense of the FSW Women's Championship successfully, of course, coming up to the hands of Samaya at FSW No Escape just last month. Has also been involved in GCW, UWN, and of course, hybrid wrestling at the Midnight Express. And the Irish Whip, of course, we'll see more of Valentina Rossi, I'm sure, on Wednesday nights. Now looking for the Kimura, modified Kimura, double wrist lock, hammerlock applied to the left arm of Brittnie. Smart positioning here in the middle of the ring, not allowing Brittnie to get up to her feet or go anywhere for a rope break. Taking full control right now of the FSW Women's Champion in this first ever impression that Brittnie's looking to leave on the WID Showcase. Good jawbreaker there to break the hold, get to the midsection. And again, the arm, though, has definitely been compromised here as Brittnie holds that left arm to the close inside of her body. And right now, the Irish Whip and up the roller with the sunset flip. Valentina Rossi not going down, though. And a vicious stomp right to that compromised left arm. And again, the focus attack of Valentina Rossi on Brittnie's left arm here. And of course, the reach and the flexibility of Valentina Rossi on full display right now. Of course, the last time we saw Brittnie Brooks involved in the WID Women's Title Showcase was a 6-way elimination match for the vacated title. That Laynie won last year in November against Airica Demia, still the kind of night. Notorious Mimi, who will face Laynie Luck for that title. Sharon Levagani and Tiara James. An Irish Whip, of course, Brittnie Brooks has her own background in gymnastics. Hard Irish Whip to the opposite corner by Valentina Rossi. Looking to follow up here. Runs to the back elbow, though. Kunza's actually from the Phoenix, Arizona area. 5'5", 136 pounds. And now Brittnie needs to follow through. Missed pass there by Valentina Rossi. And now Brittnie sent up and over. Lands on the apron. Oh, he's a big right. Well done by Brittnie, who still has one good working right arm. Looking to follow through here. Going up to the top rope. But she's looking for a hair positive, maybe a cross body. And hits it. High angle. And now Brittnie with a chance here to follow up on Valentina Rossi, looking for maybe the Brittnie bomb with a reverse DDT. Her finishers follows through with the forearm. Brittnie knows a thing or two, though, to get tricky with someone that calls himself a sauce boss in the ring, though. Crisscross right there, taking down Valentina Rossi, fighting through the pain, still gripping her left arm, though, and follows in. Big elbow strike. Takes out Valentina Rossi, who sits in the corner, now looking to follow from the opposite side, and runs through with a hip attack from east to west. And now goes in the cover, hook of the leg with a good arm, and gets a 2 count with the side press. As Brittnie continues to fight through adversity, looking for the victory here tonight at WID Showcase in the Luxor Pyramid, as Jeff alluded to, taking a little bit of a Yaki pose in case you're all wondering. Again, big chance here for Brittnie. Irish whipped into the corner. Valentina Rossi follows through, though. Catch the boot on the turnbuckle. Face first in the top turnbuckle. Goes Valentina. You can see right now, very game matchup here. Even one-on-one so far. Sweeps out the legs. And now Brittnie might be looking for the slingshot. Elbow! Oh, no! It's nothing but canvas, and that's the bad arm, too. Now Valentina taking advantage, hyperextending that left arm over the shoulder, further compromising it, and taking down with an arm DDT. And a cover. Look at the far leg. Is that enough here? No pressure on the shoulders. Kicks out at 2. And of course, Valentina Rossi, 30 years of age, comes to us from the New Jersey area. And we all know a Jersey girl is born mean. You could ask the virtuoso Deanna Purrazzo a thing or two about that. Strong game plan here in play, though, by Valentina, focusing on the left arm of Brittnie Brooks. Not going for a submission, though, but but trying to use that to her advantage. Short range shoulder tackle there by Valentina to Brittnie. And again, shout out to Future Stars of Wrestling for hosting this event, as well as multiple events here in the Las Vegas area. The most craziest week of the year for professional wrestling business to come out, show out, and do it. Oh, man, that Brittnie with the Olympic Slam. Able to take down Valentina. Great show of strength for now crossing the cover. Back press looking in their leg. And Valentina gets the show up at 2. Again, disappointment, but also the discipline in play here, trying to get some feeling back in that left arm. If she was able to actually hook with both arms, I think she would have probably got her there. And now Brittnie looking to follow through, bringing up Valentina to her feet, looking for maybe that reverse DDT, but again, using the bad arm, and Valentina takes advantage, pointing the knee to the top of the head. And now Valentina hoisting up Brittnie with a backdrop suplex. And now slides in the cover, literally like a dancing cover in her leg. Well, Brittnie, reverse on the crucifix too. Got her! And Brittnie Brooks wins! The center of attention able to overcome Valentina Rossi's aforementioned pinfall with a crucifix follow-up, caught off guard for 3 seconds. Well done to the FSW Women's Champion. Brittnie Brooks with the win tonight. Not a strong first impression for Valentina Rossi at the WWE ID Showcase. Oh, wait a minute! And Notorious Mimi taking advantage of the woman she will face for the FSW Women's Championship in the very near future. Notorious Mimi taking advantage of the FSW Women's Champion. Uh-oh. And now taking the mic, seeing y'all thought there was something to celebrate. Tonight is about your little Las Vegas darling. Oh, my. And it certainly is about Laynie Luck. Tonight's about celebrating. But I watched a party girl loses her ID championship to the biggest star in this building. The Notorious Mimi right now, making sure she's as big, sending a message to both the FSW Women's Champion and the WID Women's Champion. Now we'll show you all the nicest ones, Laynie, are nothing more than dumb luck. Damn. Strong words by the challenger for the WID Women's Championships to the tonight, as well as a future challenger for the FSW Women's Championship, taking advantage on a very hard-fought win by Miss Brittnie Brooks. And Brittnie Brooks will not stay down after that. I assure you that, folks. Again, stay tuned for FSW when Brittnie Brooks defends the FSW Women's Championship against Notorious Mimi. Those two are actually 1-1 against each other. Last time they faced 1-1 was March last year in VPW. As, of course, we take a momentary break here before our next match here. Again, I hope everyone's enjoying the showcase. Everyone's enjoying what we are watching and interpreting, and also what you are seeing, cultivating, and evolving in the wrestling landscape, whether outside Las Vegas or whether it's literally somebody you follow in the independents, as long as maybe I have. Hope you're enjoying. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, and stay tuned as action continues to forward here with more women's action, as we get ready now to see what Airica Demia brings to the ring. And of course, Airica is a bit of an anime fan, so I'm sure that's already picked up people's spirits here. She loves anime, and she loves pro wrestling, and she loves to have fun. Apparently sporting what was called the Excel Saga. Airica, by the way, has shared the ring before with her opponent tonight, Fallyn Gray, for the HCW Women's World Championship back last year in October. And Airica Demia won that night, defending that title. And of course, as I said earlier, Airica Demia comes to us from the North Carolina area. She's 21 years of age, 5'7", has been involved 3 years in the game, trained by Palmetto Wrestling Academy by Ethan Case. And now we have from a good attitude to a devilish demeanor, as here comes Fallyn Gray. 22 years of age, 5'1", 130 pounds, out of the Arizona area. Trained out of the Cobra Clutch Academy and also out of the Future Stars of Wrestling School by Chris Bay, TJ Perkins, and Cody Croft. Looking to send her opponent from heaven straight to hell. A lot of notorious names with this individual for her finishers. Bit of a high flyer, though, as you can tell by the wingspan she's sporting here tonight. Current AWF Women's Champion and current FSP Radiance Champion 2 times over in both runs. And about to say, quite a very dynamic entrance here by this young lady. Very unique style here, as of course she's been involved in FSW, Reality of Wrestling, as well as Arizona Wrestling and Glory Pro Wrestling in this year alone. And of course, that's why she's here. She is here to be ID'd, and you're looking at the future showcase of WWE. Coming off a Mixed Forces tag team match alongside Benjamin Trust against Vince Warner and Steph DeLander in defeat. Yeah, we'll see right now as we get the introductions for our next match here. Welcome back, Jeff.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You feel better, bro?
Yes.
All right, good deal.
Who won?
It was Brittnie Brooks with a crucifix, but she got assaulted by Notorious Mimi immediately afterwards.
Oh, geez. As happens.
Airica Demia, also known as your hero, the clean up bop style.
Yes.
3 years, an all-rounder.
Oh, her I've seen before, the one in purple here.
Descended from the heavens, Fallyn Gray.
Oh, it's Fallyn Gray. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank God you're here.
I try. Of course, Fallyn Gray was involved in the WWE Evolve's women's title qualifying fatal 4-way just last month.
Okay.
Against Inya Rue, Gianna Capri, and Salone Jacobs, now being known as Veronica Haven in the WWE system.
Yes. Yeah.
And of course, we'll see what happens here tonight. The bell rings. We're underway for this unique matchup. A nice show respect. Early in the show, the hands already. Airica Demia, by the way, is the current Spark Josie Pacific Champion and HCW Women's World Champion still, and IGP Super Champion. She's held 6 different title accolades so far in her young 3-year career.
I love that we're getting so much talent from so many other appearances from around the world. You figure, yeah, they're here for the ID Showcase. Yeah, they're here for tonight, but they hold championships and they appear in so many different spots. People that tell you indie wrestling is not thriving anymore, they are not watching the shows, folks. They are clearly not paying attention.
The crew the cover, counter cover though by Fallyn, smart move there. And of course, you know Airica Demia now as Inya Rue in, of course, Evolve. As I said, these women were involved in that WWE Evolve Women's Title qualifying fatal 4-way just last month. Backslide now applied by Miss, I'm going to use their actual names, though, because, again, WWE, you know how I feel about that type of stuff. Fallyn Gray right now.
Yes, I do, sir.
They evolved in NXT, and I actually understand their names are not deaf forever yet. Well, they will be. John Knox Takeover, then maybe I'll actually, give the WWE name some credit. And right now, Airica is sending Fallyn into the corner.
Just so you know, WWE, you have your criteria there.
Good luck. I've already told my case about WWE, but I'll just leave it at that. Take about Harris again. Not about the brands, about the workers. And we're looking at 2 young, bright, aspiring female athletes here. We're going to show the WWE ID Showcase. Looking for maybe a suplex and drops to her knee. Great leverage advantage there by Airica Demia. Again, Airica Demia, 21 years old, folks. 21 years old. And Fallyn Gray, 22 years old. Of course, Fallyn Gray, probably the stronger of the 2 here. Bit of a stronger woman, I would say. Coming up to a background from tennis and volleyball.
That's a hell of a skill set. Tennis and volleyball are no joke, either one of them.
No. And right now, Fallyn hooking the head of Airica here. Whoa. Trying to choke her out here. And again, still in the ropes, though. And now Airica swing and Fallyn like a pendulum into the bottom turnbuckle.
Crazy. My goodness.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is a good. Yeah.
That is the center. Look at the bar leg. Side press 2 count. Go ahead, Jeff.
Ooh. I was just saying that was a perfect descriptive term. Ouch. That sums it up very nicely. Golly,
I
geez.
try once in a while.
Whew.
Yeah,
Man, oh
about to
man.
say. You talk about someone that descended down from heaven to send you to hell. That's the definition of Fallyn Gray, despite the fact she came in with the wings of an angel and the
That's
horns of a
valid.
devil. The cover hook the far leg. It's a 1 count.
Gotta do
I'd
more than
like
that
to
to put
point out
Fallyn
that
Gray down.
Airica is quick to follow through when she connects with offense. She's not wasting any moment here.
Absolutely. Nothing
Airica
crazy
Demia.
eyes though. What's this gimmick?
Well, again, like I said, she's everyone's favorite anime girl, as I so eloquently put out
Oh,
earlier. Queen of Bop,
okay.
big elbow strike though to Miss Fallyn Gray. And now could be on the verge here. It's a 1 count. The girl that goes beyond definition, Airica Demia. Now going right back to the arms here, trying to hyperextend them, trying to force the fingers to meet each other. I'm not sure if those are polarizations that should meet. Again, I don't understand that even.
I was like, okay. I was like, sure, we're
She's a
doing
little
that.
bit of a a free spirit. Let's just call it what it is. All right.
Free spirit is a very nice way to put it.
Whoa. Nice flow between the ropes,
Supposed
though.
to,
Swing and a miss by Airica and Fallyn, catching with the Enziguri. Well
supposed to,
delivered
batshit
there.
crazy.
And, well, I mean, sometimes you got me. Look at freaking Tam Paxley. Cross body and the cover. And 2 count.
Valid.
Kick out by Airica.
Hey,
Let's not forget
she
Tam
is a-
Paxley defending the freaking NXT Women's North American Champion against Oklahoma. Blake Monroe in a casket match.
Yes.
On Tuesday,
Yeah.
nice cartwheel escape to the midsection. Follow through with the snapmare on Airica and a big spinal tap kick. And
I
right
believe
now,
she had a
Fallyn
match
Gray,
at WWE World today too.
I'm about to say, oh, went for the meteor off the bottom rope, and it's nothing but canvas as Airica gets out of the way. That could be devastating. Critical moment for Airica to take advantage as Fallyn might literally blew her kneecap out.
Jesus.
Again, Airica slow to follow up here, though, and Fallyn continuing forward as the referee's checking to see if she can continue, but also might be luring little Airica here into false security, not just pie facing her. Again, there's a little bit of bad blood with these two, and I'm not just saying that from the Evolde showcase.
No,
Oh,
definitely not.
big forearm there. Very angry Airica here, not looking to be taken advantage of, and also a statement to be made at the expense of Fallyn Gray. Now both these women starting to tee off against each other. As I said, Airica already owns a pinfall. Like, oh man, it needs a thrust kick. And their only ever other one-on-one encounter. Then follow through with a short range clothesline, ducks underneath. And Airica again taken down by Fallyn right now, who's trying to fight through what could be an injury. Irish whip off the ropes, sent off. Does hit the sling blade though on Airica. Not sure if she got all of it.
She got enough of it though.
But again, though, still favoring that left knee, though, Jeff. She's hobbling quite literally.
She is. Definitely is.
Oh, man. Step up knee strike, clocking Airica.
Yeah.
But of course, the
So
attachment professional wrestling, fight for the pain.
Another code breaker. Jesus Christ.
This is Kohlberger sending her up and over. Now the cover, hook on the far left side. President Airica kicks out.
Super code breaker from the ropes.
About
For what it's worth, Tatum Paxley's defense at WWE World today was against Alba Fire. So there
well, about time she actually wrestles.
Yes. Only it was on TV.
And right now, Airica going to pick the ankle here, looking for possibly an ankle lock, but holding the leg down on the canvas. And again, that was already that damaged knee off that Meteora that missed. On the center of the ring as well, needs to roll through or try to find some sort of leverage or crawl her way to the ropes to force the break. Trying to drag her way, and again, oh! Throat first counter as Airica gets the second rope and Fallyn with the Tiger Fang kick.
God.
Connects.
Man.
But again, the knee, Jeff, what did that do to her knee?
Yeah, she's pulling these moves at her own detriment here.
And front face lock, and Airica DDT!
God.
Spiking her head first off that DDT. Good grief.
Randy Orton style DDT, but more of a delivery a la MJF.
And right now getting ready. Channeling something here. Oh, God.
God.
And this is enough right here. The heart scar for the 3 count. That is it.
Man, that was intense and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, channeling every energy she could to put down a very
Yes.
game and a very commendable fighting through pain, Fallyn Gray. But the result remains the same in their second ever series encounter with both these women on WID. I expect you'll see more of their rivalry come forward in Evolve Wrestling.
Oh, definitely. With both them in the system, you have to.
A great win tonight by Anya Rune against the, of course, now WID named Veronica Haven, getting the better of a very formidable opponent. As Thatcher continues here at the WID Showcase, there's some nice pace and some good showing here so far. Definitely gamesmanship and upsmanship has definitely been the tail of the card.
Absolutely. And, every match we've seen so far just gives me such high hopes for the future of WWE, the future of NXT, the future of Evolve. Just all things are bright on the horizon, my friend.
Well, we'll see what happens next. We only got 3 matches left because, of course, we still have the Evolve Championship and the WID Women's Championship. As we get ready for Mr. Mike Cunningham taking on It's Gal.
His gal. Even the name pops me.
And it's a weird name. Let's just call
It
it.
is. It is. It is what it is. Absolutely. 100%.
And this
is
guy,
that JJ right there? No. Okay.
Now, Mike Cunningham, now, of course, named Max Abrams. Right
Yes.
now, getting a little bit of a, oh, look at that, giving the kid a little bit of a boost here. Involved less than 1 year in the wrestling business and trained out of the Nightmare Factory by Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall, known as the Main Man.
I hear a lot, Noah, that, and Cody's talked about interviews now he's done here recently with CVV and whatnot, always looking at the future, always got his eyes on who's coming up where. And, this guy's straight out of the Nightmare Factory. So it's there is definitely a special radar from both the Rhodes brothers about the future of this industry and where it's going. And I'm so grateful to still have them both involved.
And about to say, you've been seeing this guy heavily involved in reality of wrestling. And of course, lately in Evolve Wrestling, coming off a tag loss against Jakari Bale and Sante Rivera. Of course, we just saw Sante Rivera get the win in that triple threat earlier. As we get ready now for Is Gal.
Yep, that's what the person's name is. It's Gal.
Yeah, that's a name and a half.
Put together, tell you what.
And of course, a bit of a social media freak. It doesn't matter what people necessarily interpret about him, as his theme is going to be 85, as I'm slowly hearing it. Coming to us from Israel. Involved 8 years, though, known as the Mint Condition, the real-life action figure. You would think he was Ken incarnation.
I mean, I'm definitely seeing a more anatomically correct action figure here. So there you go.
I'm about to say. Does not endearing himself to the people here at all. Definitely not your crowd's favorite.
No, but he did high-five that one kid coming in, so he's got that going for him.
Well, like I said, it's still the genesis of the man known as Max Abrams, now WWE, Mike Cunningham, who literally had his very first involved match in September last year against Brooks Jensen. So that brings a certain level of energy here. I will say that.
It's gonna be fun. It should be another fun one.
Yeah, I don't know how much fun it's going to be dealing with this walking action figure, apparently. It's Gal coming off a loss against Dorian Van Deuce and Drake Morris and Aaron Rourke, of course, who will see challenge Cappuccino Jones, of course, defending now the Evolve Championship, as Aaron Rourke now is the face of Evolve. And of course, It's Gal's been involved in Evolve quite literally since Evolve episode 2 last year in 2025 against Keanu Carver, who's now in NXT. Yeah, very stoic demeanor on Gaul here. I'm just going to go with Gaul because I think it's easier. And caught a tie-up. You would think that these two dudes would be in a bodybuilding contest or a flex-off. And right now, we're seeing a stiff column tab here and thrown off in the early going. A little bit of one-upsmanship being shown so far by Mike Cunningham. Gall throwing off his game so far here, and the waist lock applied, trying to break the grip of young Mike Cunningham. Nice takedown there. Good grief. And pressing on him. Shades of a Jack Swagger and a kip up. All right. So both these men are trying to get a little bit of one-upsmanship. Like, who's in better shape here? The jury is out.
I don't think hard to say. Hard to say, but I love it. I love it.
Shoulder blocks. We're about to say. I'll say both these men, though, not giving an inch here, it looks like, though. They're staying in close proximity. Oh, there go the pants. And shoulder block.
My goodness.
But about to say, I wasn't expecting to call that tonight, but there you go.
Well, it did happen. It happened, and it was there. Yeah. There you go.
I saw it. I'm not going to say anything. Drop kick. I mean, not the first one to do it. I hooked the far leg inside press. Get the 2 count.
That's okay. And for those of you wanting to watch in a different language, no más pantalones.
C.
Right.
Front face lock applied. And again, looking for the suplex. Able to hoist them up. A German by Gall. Gall, great counter there. Sporting colors of synthwave in 1980s. Knife edge chop. Am I wrong, Jeff?
No.
This theme sound like something out of the 80s.
Yes, that's valid.
Yeah, man, you can do all the posing you want, but what matters is if you can get results here, especially in WWE, despite what people might say about circumstances aside with booking. And right on the backslide, counter, take over into the arm drag. Great offense there. Misinterpretation by Gall thrown off there. Front into an uppercut. Irish whip, reversal. And Mike set off and a beautiful finger crossbar in the second.
Very nice
parlay, stack press, gets a 2 count.
Very nicely done there. All I will say, continue with Spanish, por favor, que no se pierda más ropa. That's all I'm going to say. No more of that.
Fair enough.
No more clothing loss, please. Thank you. Yes.
About to say, right now, hoisting up Mike Cunningham and draping him throat first across the bottom rope and running his boot through him.
That was just mean.
Good grief. Maneuvering a human body like that shows how much power that Gall actually has.
Both these guys definitely have a future in the business. They've both got a look. They've both got the skill. We be clubbering. We're clubbering on a Thursday, Noah.
And shout out to Sheamus with 10 beats of the bow and 10 beats by the action figure, apparently. Flexing off for the last one. And Michael Romo apparently is the name of the official here. Might be literally a prospect free for WWE for all I know. Hoisting up again with the deadlift. German back inside. Now the cover. Hook of the far leg. It's a 2 count on Mr. Max Abrams. Instead, chaining control here with the chin lock applied. As a Gall's in full control right now of his opponent, Jeff.
100% is. He is not relenting at all. This guy, again, everybody here wants to make an impact. No pun intended. Everybody wants to make a statement. And both these guys are definitely out to do that here. Similar builds, similar looks, similar styles, but they're just going,
oh man!
That's a belly flop, baby. I'll hurt you like
something. Rolling through with a discus layer. It might be the final reel in the car. We're going to far leg back press. Gets that 2 count. Think about this, by the way. That was an overhead military press. Horizontally running forward with him. Long dart flapjack to the ring.
He just sent him into orbit. It was absolutely brutal. God,
crashing down back to earth. And again, Gall has been in control for most of this match pretty much at this point.
He has. He absolutely has.
Well, it also goes back to, like I said, that Gall delivers far more experience here and has been looking to evolve since being part of this promotion since last year, February, with only literally 1 singles win. 10 punches, 10 to the face, now with the fireman's carry, and Mike in more trouble here. Caught with a vicious gut buster. Now the cover, hooking both legs to win, gets a 2 count. He was able to clasp the hands as well. Literally trapped the hands, trapped both legs there with that pinfall maneuver, Jeff.
And he had his hands clasped behind his head going, what do I have to do to beat this guy? My gosh.
Well, I mean, again.
See now he's getting desperate because he's just talking shit now and pie facing him. And Mike Clam's having none of it. None of it.
You don't want to instigate your opponent like that, especially when he's got a mean right like that, a vicious chop. Despite the fact the difference is 7 years of experience with these two, might not even have 1 year old professionally in the business yet. They're gonna follow through, and again, that's on his feet though. Got him with a jumping drop kick.
Don't make the same mistake twice. Here. No, he is. I like what I see out of both these guys. Cunningham is just he's sick of getting bitched at.
I mean, about to say, he's kind of literally been that Gall's punishment for 3/4 of this match. Now looking to send Gall for the ride, front face like applied. And again, Gall trying to break the grip. Gall is such a weird ass name. I'm just gonna say it for the record.
It is. It's just bizarre. Like, what the hell?
Oh! Jumping uppercut by Mr. Abrams here.
Whoa.
Pushed up to the top rope, springing up like a cat. I'm looking to send Gall for the ride. All the way back. Superplex.
Man, he cradled him and crooked him and just laid him out flat. That was about as beautiful and technically sound a superplex as you're ever going to see. And both these guys are 21 and under, man. They got that shit already. My God, the future's bright, Noah.
And no kidding. Of course, Mike Cunningham, a.k.a. Mike Abrams, has been involved for the WID Men's Championship this literally in February against Cappuccino Jones when he was holding it. So again, that goes back to the potential they already see in this young man. Both men now looking for that next big move.
God. Oh,
big
man.
right hand. And again, another big right hand. And right now, literally, Max Abrams is beating Mr. Gall to the punch. Rolling elbow connects. Now looking to go off the second. Disaster kick.
Big old disaster kick. And you mentioned he's out of the Nightmare Factory. There you go. There's a perfect example of it right there.
Exactly. And right now, looking for the main agenda for the main man. Hoisted up, though, by Gall. And again, up and over. Oh, this time scouting him and taking him up and over and skinning the cat back to the inside of the ring.
Oh, careful, Mike.
Okay, Mike's going to the corner.
Left.
I was going to go for a triangle moonsault.
What are you doing?
Like a triangle corkscrew leg drop.
Sorry, I'm talking over you. I apologize.
No, you're good, brother.
I was telling the guy at ringside, don't be touching the guys at ringside, Barry or not, dude. Have a little common sense, my God.
Yeah, common sense would be more common if only.
I know.
Planted! Spinebuster, jackknife, float over. No!
Great jackknife bridge. That was so intuitive for a guy so young in the business. That was great.
He hooked the near leg too. Didn't hook both legs though. And I think that was to the saving grace of Gall.
Again, fundamentals.
Again, focusing on the victory. Leaped over though, and Gall pushing Mr. Abrams into the ropes and up and around. Thunder bomb! Cover! Could it be? No!
Why do you build yourself up, Noah? It's a blue thunder bomb.
I love that move. You know that.
It's not going to win a match.
Okay, so it doesn't win, but it's still pretty damn effective, especially for someone only 8 years in the business. And Gall, you can see the frustration coming out of him. Yes. Gall is livid.
He should be frustrated. Try winning the blue thunder bomb. Come on now.
No, cut that out. Now spring it up to the top rope. God, what a kick!
Oh, man.
Timing of that.
No, that was beautiful. Oh, man.
Fucking arrow. Main objective. It's no.
Dude, think about that, Noah. Mike caught Gall on the way down and kicked him and changed his entire direction.
Wow.
And then hit the Falcon Arrow and still didn't get the win. Both these guys won it so bad.
It's a hell of a stretch down the later portion of this match and what has definitely been our most competitive bout so far tonight. Ooh. Big pump kick right now to Gall. Follow kick just drives Max Abrams into the ropes here.
Jeez.
Combination offense now by Gall, just teeing off against Mr. Cunningham, who drops down to his knee to prevent the Irish whip. And now the waist lock. Gets caught. With the German suplex.
Ooh.
Good grief.
Man, he landed about as high as you can without the danger zone.
And right now, look at the follow-up frill. What?
Oh! I don't know if Mike did, though.
Overhead, belly-to-belly toss into the turnbuckles. Now Gal going up and over to the apron. And what is Gal thinking here? Springing inside with a missile drop kick. Is it going to be enough here? Hook of the far leg to win the night. And it is.
Dude, that roaming camera in the lower third corner is going through it today. He has been bounced around more than the wrestlers, I think. Every time they cut to his shot,
well, the missile drop kick, springboard drop kick by Israel's own Gal gets the win tonight, and its first singles win in a long damn time on this WWE ID Showcase.
You had to wonder what it was going to take, and we found out, man. Good on Gal.
Took a lot, though, Jeff. That was a hell of a match.
Yes, it was. It was. I was proud to be a part of that call. That was good stuff, man.
And, of course, still actually still coming tonight. We still have 2 title matches, including the Evolve Championship and the Women's WWE ID Championship. Gal with a great win, though, tonight on the WWE ID Showcase. His first singles win since November last year underneath the WWE banner.
Let me also shout out very briefly the National Hockey League and the scheduling for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Kings Game 1 against Colorado in Denver is Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time. So I'll get to watch the Kings before I watch WrestleMania. So there we go.
Nice.
Thank you much, NHL. Appreciate the hell out of you, for sure.
Yeah, good stuff for you right there. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, it could be a very melancholy Meach on the call for WrestleMania, depending on how the Kings do. We shall see.
Well, in the meantime, it's time for our WWE Women's ID Championship match as Notorious Mimi looking to get a piece of gold before trying to go after Brittnie Brooks' FSW Women's Championship. One of the most newly ID'd individuals under the WWE banner. Notorious Mimi, 23 years of age, 5'8", 147 pounds, above 7 years in the game, trained by Danny Cage, Cheeseburger, and of course now out of the WWE Performance Center, Sarah Amato. She has a mean bicycle kick, and I mean bicycle. Of course, I was talking about the Revolve Vacant 5-way to qualify for the Eliminator. Miss Solange Jacobs, as she's now known, was the winner of that match.
This is another one of those. It's going to be good, man. You've got the WWE Women's ID Championship here. These 2 women, I've heard so many good things about them. You see the highlight reels, you hear the discussion, the discourse in social media and across the wrestling world, and they're in the women's main event of the WWE ID Showcase. That just shows they are the future. And Laynie Luck, how do you not hear about Laynie Luck already, man? Everywhere I turn, this lady's name comes up in my trajectory and my view screens, and I'm impressed as fuck every single time.
And about to say, Laynie Luck, who's been up and down and all over the world in almost 20 promotions alone this year. Of course, 33 years of age, 5'8", 134 pounds, 10 years involved in the game, the Lucha Unicorn, and the face of WWE ID for women worldwide. And she's even defended that title against some women we featured, of course, at Podium Mania most recently, including Prism Perfection, Rachel Lay.
That's it.
Winning a crazy multi-women matchup, by the way, when this title was vacated to earn this championship.
Oh,
this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get comfy and settle in.
Yeah, I expect this match to go the distance. That's for damn sure.
And for those of you wondering, yes, we are still planning tentatively to be live at 12:30 a.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern with our lead-in to Ladies Night Out 16. We'll see how long Laynie and her challenger go here. And then, of course, the WWE Evolve Championships on the line in the main event.
Laynie Luck, of course, has held this title now since November last year after winning it in a 6-way elimination match against Airica, Demia, Brittnie Brooks, Notorious Mimi, who has no love lost towards her, and Sharon Lavagai and Tiara James.
And again, we saw Mimi earlier. So where's her mindset? Is it really focused on this championship, or is she still distracted by her shenanigans that she was involved in earlier? And will that come back to haunt her?
Well, she's looking to become a double champion. Notorious Mimi already holds 3 different championships. She's bell-to-bell Diamonds champion, BCW Women's champion, and Remarkable Women's champion. Of course, now looking to become the WWE ID champion. And looking to also, shortly after this, to beat Brittnie Brooks for the FSW Women's Championship.
So what you're saying, Noah, is she wants all the gold, all the gold, all the gold, all the gold.
Accurate.
There
As you
you
see,
go.
the WID Women's
That's
Championship
a
held up.
pretty title. I think
Laynie
I like
Luck,
that
the
more than the
second
men's.
champion. I agree. Laynie Luck, the second WID Women's Champion, of course,
Yes.
following Kaylee Ray. And of course, that was Vinke. Whoa, man! A running drought king in the corner. No love lost with these two individuals in their
No.
first ever one-on-one encounter. Have been on the bad side of each other for a long time. And ironically enough, they were in a trios match together, though, just
Right?
last month at Wrestling Open. And right now, again, you think about what this means now with Notorious Mimi, now WID looking for more so a contract to take that title all over the independents, because that's what that title means. And Laynie Luck has done that quite emphatically. Now, cover hook on the far leg. It's a 2 count.
Laynie Luck's got that young Cassandra Peterson facial structure to her. She could easily
yeah.
play Cassandra in a movie about this the life of Elvira. Absolutely. She looks got that's what appeals right there, is because I'm friends with the cast. That's exactly what it is.
Already involved in 26
Bing.
different matches this year alone across 20 different promotions.
And it's mid-April, y'all. Just saying.
And right now, I'm about to say, it's just one of those things where, again, you make the most of your minutes. You keep on the grind. You make sure you put your name out there every chance you can get. And you are the face of the WID prospect program. That's a huge pressure to carry for 150 days. Notorious maybe running it with that boot, though, trying to take what Laynie Luck has led since last year, November, throat first into the top rope. Oof, the rising knee strike to the point of the spine by, of course, now the Miss Salon Jacobs, who obviously will have her eyes on also part of the Evolve Women's Championship, now won by Wendy Chu, looking for a vicious neck breaker draped over the second rope.
And how cool for Wendy Chu to just like almost be an afterthought for so
Cover.
long, and now she's right back in the middle of everything. Good on Wendy.
Yeah, about to say it took her long enough, in my opinion.
It did. It did.
It
took them long
carrying
enough.
Chu to arrive. Well, yeah, what else is new? Cover off the leg drop, gets a 2 count. About to say, like I said, Laynie is one of those that followed for a long time. A standout, of course, that I used to follow primarily through the Chicago area, comes to us from Kansas City. It skips out of the corner. Schoolgirl roll up on Mimi, gets a 1 count. Oof. A vicious knife edge chop by Miss Laynie Luck. Of course, not only the WID Women's Champion, but the Unified Glory Tag Team Champion alongside Stazza McKenzie as part of the collab, former Glory Pro Women's, MAW, Freelance World, and Zayla Pro Women's Champion. And again, vicious fault there in the corner. Back first, the turnbuckles. Notorious Mimi squaring up Laynie. Big flop kick. And the Irish whip.
Oh my goodness.
It's just a ground and pound right now. And of course, Notorious Mimi now on the start of her WWE ID journey. Of course, this is where you all start before trying to get to NXT, much like Kaylee Armstrong and Kendall Gray. And they came out of the new program. I'm just saying.
Again, this is where it starts. NIL or WID, then you make it on to Evolve. If you're lucky, you go to NXT. If you show your shit, you can end up on Monday nights or Friday nights.
Inside cradle. That's inside cradle. Gets a 2 count. Too close to the ropes. Another big boot driven through Laynie Luck. Good grief. Now the cover by Mimi gets a 2 count there.
I wonder if Mimi is as focused as she should be on the championship and not as much on the punishment.
Again, talking about punishing, driving her knee into the back of the head of Laynie Luck. Laynie Luck coming up defenses against the likes of So Sugar, and also, of course, being in the ring with the likes of Cena, net breaker, Cena Sterling. Now the cover, could this be enough for hook at the far leg back press? Gets a 2 count.
I've always loved that move where you drape them on the top rope, almost shotgun suplex style, and then just like almost like a crossroads drive down. So good. Such a great move. I love that move to pieces, man.
This is also Laynie Luck's 10th defense of the WID Women's Championship, defended in WWR, MAW, A1, BCW, WPW, Limitless Wrestling, Shine, HOC, and Uprising.
Again, that's what's people are very critical about the WWD program and how influential. God damn, on the independent system.
Again, just turning her sideways. Every chance Mimi's getting, she is literally trying to kick Laynie Luck's face off. Now up in the electric chair position. It's not going to end well. Face first, the top turnbuckle just dropped down, front forward, and a backdrop. Notorious Mimi continues the offense here as Laynie looks for the ropes. hooks the near leg and gets a 2 count. As you were saying.
Not a whole lot you can do when somebody decides to electric chair you and then just drop you face on the turnbuckle. You just got to eat that shit.
And about to say, still able to find a way to kick out of this onslaught here. She hooked the near leg that time, and Laynie Luck trying to find the Rossi to get back to her feet. Defense against Mackenzie Morgan, Allie Catch, Becca, Eva Lees, and Airica, Demia, and Rachel Lay. Just a few names. Over 20 women have pretty much confronted Laynie Luck for this championship.
But that's the nature of the beast, Noah. When you hold the championship that represents your name as the future of WWE, you're going to have so many targets on your back, you're going to feel like a gun range.
Yeah, about to say, oh man, driving down the leg drop, cover, hooking their leg, and a 2 counts.
Great thought process to hold the leg drop position and just grab the legs. Smart wrestling there by Mimi. Still going to get the 2-3, but right idea.
Now to go after the head and neck of Laynie Luck, as she's literally been rearranging the neck right now, looking for a submission here, trapping the champion in the head scissors. Again, like you said, Jeff, the WWE Women's title's at stake. And again, Notorious Mimi has set a goal to win this and the championship. Whoa, almost caught her own mover, though. And drives her forearm through Laynie Luck. Good grief. As soon as Laynie tries to go on the offense, and Notorious Mimi shuts her down. Now they cover that with press and a 2 count.
Just Notorious is beating the shit out of her here.
I'll say, you figure about it again, there was no pressure down the shoulders. It was almost like she's trying to get in the champ's head with the side press, looking down on Laynie Luck, saying that her luck's going to run out tonight. Front face lock, inside cradle, the reversal by Laynie Luck, the shoulders down, and a 2 count.
Caught her by surprise
Laynie there. Great awareness. Oh!
Man, what a kick.
Ever extension there. Looking to follow through, went for the insecurity, Notorious Mimi, able to scout it, though. Now Mimi just ripping Laynie Luck down under her knee, I think.
She did.
To be in there right there, Jeff, for the 2 count only.
I thought she was going to throw her back into the mat, but she stuck her knee right in the crook of the back of Laynie's neck on the way down. Damn, that was vicious.
Well, whether or not that was intentional, I definitely would call that much more effective versus just the mat itself. Now the cravat being applied on Laynie Luck, just wrenching the head of the WID Women's Champion. I guess literally driving down all of her body weight on the neck of Laynie Luck. The pressure being applied almost turned her sideways practically. Jeez, and just considering the torque.
It's again, no, where the head goes, the body follows. When you got somebody's head torqued like that, your body can't help but try to follow through, but then you add pressure and your body doesn't want to respond to it except just get the hell out of there and survive.
And right now, Laynie Luck's trying to find a way to escape this vicious maneuver by Notorious Mimi, looking to become the most notorious WID prospect tonight, the ID Showcase. And again, trying to fight back and rips her off. Rather than tap out, just literally fight through. Again, every chance that Laynie finds a reprieve, Notorious Mimi is immediately back on the attack. Now hoisted up back to her feet. Oh, and finally catches them with a kick.
Great way to just get some space. And again,
and that's what Laynie needs right now. She needs space. She needs to rebound. She needs to find her bearings and find an opening here. Every chance Notorious Mimi can find, though, she's trying to come after the champ and not giving her a chance to breathe. And again, up and over, waist lock applied, German suplex, Notorious Mimi.
There you go.
Putting it up the challenger.
Create that separation, get yourself back into gear, and just keep following through. Defend your title.
And again, right now, what a hell of a match here right now for Laynie Luck and Notorious Mimi, showcasing the WID program right now. Laynie Luck turning up the offense here with these vicious forearms. But watch Notorious Mimi trying to run in, up and over, lands arcly on the end of the floor. Laynie Luck looking to follow suit with a tope to a Cena.
I don't know if Laynie should have done that. It worked out, but man, as much as she's been beaten down, trying to go for a tope this late in the game, I would just throw her back in the ring and try to end this shit.
About to say, you see Mimi though. Oh, caught with a super kick.
Got to get her back in the ring though.
Not necessarily. A champion, remember, champion's advantage. It's Notorious Mimi that's got with a pre-fall submission. Laynie Luck could leave with the championship via count out. I don't think she wants to do that though. The pride.
Honestly, Laynie Luck's the time that's going to take. They're going to take the victory. She wants to earn it.
Of course, she wants to fit and win. That's what Laynie Luck's been about since her entire run. The back elbow, the elbow strikes, though, the side of the jaw, the fireman's carry, and Notorious Mimi able to escape. And now
I was going to
Laynie
say,
following again. Big uppercut.
she absorbed every time she elbowed her, she absorbed it and just like screamed out bloody murder as she was doing it. Now she's throwing her own elbows at Mimi. Oh my God.
And how vicious are these two getting with each other? Good grief, the drama the elbow on the side of the head. Referee calling for the break out of the corner. Good
I was going to say, if
grief.
Danielson's watching this, he's drooling with like, yes.
Able to escape out of the head scissors. Block the kick.
Oh
He's
my
the point of the nose.
God. I'm going to break a nose.
And about to say up and over with the double stomp, triangle stomp on the apron.
Golly. Oh, just rolled her in, just shoved her in with her foot. God damn.
And now the champion full control here, looking to go up to that second rope. Big missile drop kick out of the corner.
Yeah, that was big.
Over.
Yeah, but Mimi's almost to her feet first, man. She is fighting.
Well, I'm about to say, what is Laynie Luck doing? Finding on adrenaline. Looks like the adrenaline dump might be depleting here. A lot's been taken out of both these competitors.
These two been going full tilt for the whole match, and now we're my word.
It was messy, but it's still a hit though. Is that enough? She hooks the near leg. Far hook, cover, kick out by Mimi at 2.
I think it should hit that flush. That would have been 3. No, I really do.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like I said, fatigue's got to come into play here. That was a low tornado DDT, and she barely got it off.
Jeez.
And she can't even follow up clearly. Both these women literally crawling to their knees in the center of the ring.
These two have been beating the shit out of each other this entire showdown, and they're just on fumes now.
Up in the fireman's carry, breaking the eyes though, and right now Laynie Luck may not know where she's at. Gotta watch out for Notorious Mimi, who's trying to take advantage here. Pointing the leg to the top of the head and chugging her.
Oh my goodness!
In the top turnbuckle. That was a bit innovative out of the corner there.
Ooh, that was sick. The
gory special. Gory bomb connects.
She hit every bit of that gory bomb.
Look at the front leg, press 2 and kick out 2.5 by Laynie Luck.
That was the closest fall yet. Not even a debate. My goodness, she almost had her. Mimi almost had the championship there.
Half of a second away from a brand new WWE ID Women's Champion who sees day 151. And right now, going after the leg and driving Laynie Luck's face down in the mat, and the rage coming out of Notorious Mimi right now, who might be furious at this point that she's unable to put away Laynie Luck.
She needs not lose control though. She's got to stay focused. You can beat the crap out of her and rage all you want, but you got to get that 1, 2, 3 or get that submission first.
Laynie Luck down the mat, and right now Notorious Mimi might be looking for something big out of the corner, possible kill shot. Drop back of the head. That
might be it.
Cover 2 and no.
Wow.
Somehow Laynie Luck gets the left shoulder up. Maybe a pure instinct and going for cover again. 2 count again. Again, she doesn't hook a leg. She was literally relying on the lateral press.
She has to keep the pressure up. She can't let herself get frustrated or disjointed. She's got to keep the pressure on this champion if she wants to. And to her credit, man, she's got this submission hold locked in now.
And remember, she's been working the neck over the entire match. Moonwalk applied right now in the center of the ring with both feet firmly planted. And again, does Laynie Luck a way to counter this, able to slip out and escape. Now transitioning into her own submission. The crossface applied. And again, both women in the center of the ring. Notorious Mimi, though, biting the wrist of Laynie Luck by any means necessary. Will Mimi go? Now pop up. Oh, man. Caught in the fist. Block the kick, though. Hooking her up. German suplex connects with the leg fisherman.
There you go. That's what you got to do. Sudden impact.
Laynie Luck staying on the attack. Not done yet. Now looking to hoist up. Notorious Mimi again. Up in the fireman's carry. Defy driver in the corner.
Goodness. If that's not it, I don't know what is.
And this could be a hook of the far leg. And Laynie Luck retains.
You know, I will give all the respect and credit to the champion, but Laynie Luck is 100% right, man. Woo!
Laynie Luck proving that her luck still is nowhere near done being the face of the WWE ID program here tonight at the showcase with an incredible defense against a very game Notorious Mimi.
Again, with all respect to both Mimi and Laynie, Laynie did not defend the title. She escaped.
Well, sometimes, Jeff, that's what you show as the mental of a champion, showing why she is the face of the WID program and has now accomplished 10 defenses since holding this title.
She knows it too, Noah. You look in her eyes, you look at her expression on her face, you look out to the crowd.
Rourke.
She knows. She knows she was in a war here.
Yeah, about to say, but one of the best to come forward, I think, for the WID program in general. And I'm sure we will see more of her and Notorious Mimi pick fans up down the line. Might be a future NXT Women's Championship match down the line for all we know. Well done to Laynie Luxor, though. Still the face of the WID program for the women. As we get ready here shortly for what I believe all is left is our main event.
WWE Evolde Championship. Cappuccino Jones challenging Aaron Rourke, man.
I mean, hard to follow that, but Cappuccino Jones is fully caffeinated to follow through and give us a match hot off the espresso here. About to say, I think there is a point though that you gotta like lay off the caffeine and slow down a little bit.
Well, all happens you have too much espresso. You end up start winning Grammys.
Well, I mean, again, Cappuccino Jones, former WID men's champion before losing it, of course, to Starboy Tribe, but his run lasted for 234 days. Of course, he won that title all the way back in GCW against Jack Cartwheel. And definitely a rising standout to your point, Jeff.
Oh, 100%. Cappuccino Jones is one of those guys. He's next. It's a matter of when, not if.
And for all we know, he might be the next WWE Evolve champion, taking on a
be.
familiar foe in Aaron Rourke. This is going to be a good one. Aaron Rourke, who's been long involved in Evolve, just recently won this title. Of course, after it was vacated by Vanity Projects, of course, Jason Diker. And Aaron Rourke, of course, has been the Evolve champion now since beating Jackson Drake, that's his name, in February, and already has one defense under his reign against Chaz Hall. Aaron Rourke here, a little bit of a eccentric individual. 30 years involved in the game, 7 years involved. Came out of Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. Of course, Brian Myers and Pat Buck, heavy trainers involved in Aaron's career.
Not a bad couple of folks on your resume, Pat Buck and Brian Myers, tell you what.
And of course, one of the leading stars of WWE Evolve. Again, as I said, now the WWE Evolve champion. He is the second ever WWE Evolve champion, of course.
I love that.
Yeah, we'll
we got the Alexa pose. I dig that.
Okay.
I like it.
Eccentric individual, I will say right there. Of course, the last time Cappuccino Jones faced Aaron Rourke, it was when Cappuccino Jones was the WWE ID champion in January.
It's valid.
And event time. All right. Gotta say, the audience could use a little bit more energy, but then again, it is Vegas at this point in time. They're probably spent as fuck.
I was gonna say, if it was an East Coast audience, they'd be dead.
I mean, somehow I'm still awake, but then again, I'm
12:15 in the morning.
Yeah, well, lucky y'all, I guess, because again, it's been an interesting show, though. It's been a fun showcase. Shout out to the 100 of you, by the way, that are watching us. Again, if you've been tuning in, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend as we do this for the biggest show, preview special across all things wrestling. And again, you continue to follow us at the Super Lava Studios for all the things that we do, all that we cover, and all upcoming attractions that I may commentate, Jet may commentate, or anyone may commentate here as JJ and Walter continue the festivities in Las Vegas. Of course, we will culminate the Las Vegas week prior to Raw After Mania and produce postmortem with the shenanigans. Final Thoughts WrestleMania week hosted by me following WrestleMania Sunday. As we get ready now for our main event for the Evolve Championship. And of course, as I said, Cappuccino Jones already owns a pinfall win over Aaron Rourke, but it took a damn near 17 minutes. And Cappuccino Jones, of course, 5'11", 161 pounds, 3 years involved in the game, known as the Code Brew. Michael Roma, of course, looking to call this match here tonight. Interesting match warm-ups here by Aaron Rourke, known as the Dime Piece.
Yes.
Show respect here with these two long, evolved individuals. And not looking to relinquish that title to only one defense, that's for certain. And now we'll see how things kick things off here. Aaron Rourke, who's been involved in Evolve since April last year, came in during a tag team match alongside Freedom Ramsey against Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont. And right now, Cappuccino Jones looking for the waist lock here. And Aaron Rourke, of course, right now, grabbing the knuckles, and Cappuccino Jones trying to make an escape. And I almost look at the dynamic of this match, and I wonder, what does Cappuccino Jones need to do to lead tonight as the Evolved champion? Aaron Rourke right now, look at this freaking kip-up agility showing off here, and takes him over with the arm drag, 360 style.
What he's got to do is just wrestle his match. You know, Cappuccino Jones is a proven talent. He knows what he's doing in there. He's been a champion before. He's got that skill level. He's got the ability. He's got the charisma. He's got the familiarity with the audience. He just needs to wrestle his match. And if he can wrestle his match better than Aaron Rourke can wrestle his, we'll have a new champion before we get done here tonight.
And right now, Aaron Rourke might be looking for a test of strength, locking up with Cappuccino Jones in the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. I also want to point out the heavy bandage tape, though, on the left elbow of Cappuccino Jones. So damage clearly done prior to this match based on his previous booking endeavors. Now trying to bridge Aaron Rourke down. Look at the strength advantage here, and Aaron able to turn it around into the waist lock. Comes in from behind. Cappuccino Jones, though, with the standing waist lock exchange, both men in the ropes, looking for the Icona roll, maintains control. Now the roll up, the cover, pushed off, though. Drop down, follow through, and again, drop kick as things start to pick up speed here and brew quickly. Champion quickly finds himself on the back seat right now in the early going here. Cappuccino Jones showing off here. What a name, by the way. I just want to say that for the record.
I love that. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And of course, like I said, Cappuccino Jones only been involved professionally in wrestling since 2022, starting off, of course, in Wrestling for a Cause and United Wrestling Entertainment. And again, right now, both these men starting to tee off here, picking up the offense and the aggression. The Irish whip off the ropes. Cappuccino Jones sends Aaron off. Aaron able to do a clothesline off the opposite side. Great agility here by Jones. And again, right now, outpacing Aaron with a drop kick. Great agility shown here. Irish whip. Knife and chop, excuse me. Of course, Cappuccino Jones also heavily involved and influenced by Booker T. Been involved in reality of wrestling, coming off a win against Blake Banks. And how long has he been preparing for this match, though, is what I'm wondering, though. And now sitting up and over, and Aaron Rourke, and it's got the corner, runs into a boot. Got a little bit of payback off that pizzazz. Now falling through, just throwing himself through Aaron with that crossbody. Jeez.
I'm not sure what Jones was going for there, but it definitely seemed like he didn't get all of it.
Well, you figure out this, though. Aaron Rourke was braced up against that top rope. So, again, how much damage was done there to Aaron, despite the fact he didn't go up and over. Now hoisting up Aaron and dropping him on the apron. And Cappuccino Jones right now has plenty of time to regroup and literally dictate the match. Of course, we know time's going to his hands. We have pinfall submission inside the ring. And again, cranks on the neck right now.
And again, folks, don't forget, it looks like we're going to roll right into the next show because coming up at the top of the hour, Ladies Night Out 16, presented also by Title Match Network.
And a cover.
So stay tuned.
2 count. Yeah, and of course, as Jeff alluded to, that will conclude this crazy Turmoil Thursday as East Coast now we're on Friday, and soon enough the West Coast will also be in to Friday. But yes, we'll be covering Ladies Night Out. Again, it's a very huge card. We have Thunder Rosa versus Vert Vixen. The Ladies Night Out Championship, Jasmine Allura versus La Rosa Negra versus Isa Moreno with Jazz Special Referee. AEW Women's Championship, Steph Atlanta versus Airica Demia, first time ever. Lee Laura versus Angelica Riz versus Serena Vale for first time ever. Triple threat. Lacey Lane versus Vipers, Jenna Stone versus Rufy J
Goodness.
first ever, Nixon Newell and Miranda Hussein versus Raylan and Dynamite Danny Mo for the first time ever, J-Rob versus Notorious Mimi. She's probably pissed off, I have to guess.
I was going to say she better rest it. Oh
gosh.
He nearly kicked Cappuccino Jones into the next show.
It's long, it's far, it's gone.
Yeah.
Better than probably the Raiders right now at Legion Stadium. Fallyn Gray versus Sophia Servan versus Corinne Joy versus Rachel Lay. Fatal 4-way action. Sue Young, Lindsay Snow. Those two names together already. It's just like,
frightening.
Right. And Terrence Sepp versus Hollywood Haley J, Gypsy Mac, and Mickey Knuckles. Laynie Luck, as we just saw, successfully retain the WWE Women's Championship. And Sasha McKenzie and Tazzy match against Kinsey and Frankie B. Brittnie Brooks, Maddie Max, Maserati, Caroline Cruz, and Timothy Weber, and La Princesa in a 5-pack challenge. Josephine Navarro and Vanny, Micah Madrid, and Lil Ruse in fatal 4-way. Brittany Blake, of course, to the Florida Mania Women's Champion. Alejandra Quintanilla, La Leona. Jazzy Lang and Vanilla Vargas in a fatal 4-way. Reality of Wrestling Championship. Lady Bird Monroe versus Alexis Littlefoot. Don't laugh, Jeff. Don't laugh. And Lexa Varlo versus Vicious Vicky for first time ever. And of course, we'll kick things off, I imagine, with what's going to be a clusterfuck, the Wrestle Lit Rumble featuring Christian Reed, Gemma, Journey Burke, Jasmine Howe, Christian Blades, Diamond Virago, Kayla Lopez, Raven Marie, La Spooky, and Kobe Max. And I'm sure there might be more to come following that, but that was the card right now for Ladies Night Out 16. Jesus Christ.
Just so you know, Noah, the start time for the show is now showing as 2 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, God.
So we'll actually have a little break, it looks like, after all. So
that's good. Cover. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I probably should take a little break now that you know what? I welcome it. No later than that. Seriously, it's like I like rest once in a blue moon, as I've come to learn. And right now, Aaron Rourke has learned to dictate the pace and keep Cappuccino Jones on his toes.
At least this is the busiest night of the week, and it's already almost over. So.
Yeah, all I got to do is one show, and it's the show I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow because of my love of Shinny on Pro Wrestling. Joshi's, of course, Stardom. And again, we just talked about Brittnie Brooks. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. She's involved in the show. I'm going to Stardom debut.
I love it.
Right now, damage being done, though, here to Cappuccino Jones. We returned our regular scheduled programming here. We're updating you on everything to come. And, of course, we'll do that also during Ladies Night Out, which might just be more of a freelance showcase of most of the women here that we're going to have fun engaging, watching, and supporting. Again, Time Match Network, your leading streaming service for all things women's professional wrestling. Subscribe today if you want to also follow along with us, much like watching this show. Inside Cradle comes to the head, hook in the near leg.
Man.
Oh, man.
God, that was a collision, I think.
Back elbow strike on the far leg. That's a 2 count. That was ridiculous what that was. Jeez.
I don't know, it was a back elbow striker, just Rourke's elbow finding Jones's face.
Either way it connected, Jeff. Emphatically.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I don't know how technically sound it was. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
And right now, the crowd's starting to get behind Cappuccino Jones here. Like you said, long-standing favorite here in Evolve and honestly in the WID program.
He's a long-time favorite, too. Jones is just such a solid, just amazing talent. I've had nothing but good experiences watching this kid go. I'm so glad he's got an opportunity to be the Evolve champion here, but Rourke's not going to let him just take that title. Let's be clear, folks.
And about to say, Irish whip as Aaron Rourke goes up and over, and again showing off his agility. Caught though in the double leg.
He got caught.
Jones looking for the couple, but Aaron catching his footing on the ropes on the second. Excuse me. Moves on. Oh man, it's caught hilarious.
Man, that was a Summer Masao Tanaka smiling at that one. That was a vicious roaring clothesline.
Yeah, but everything he had left, literally no decap.
Yeah, I mean, literally
he is down and out.
Yeah, seriously. I think that was his last bit of energy drink coming out of him because now he's getting back up. I stand corrected.
Yeah, about to say how much does he have left is the question here. Blocks the clothesline, falls up, and leg kick.
Goodness.
Grizzly Magnum chop right now. Rocks Aaron Rourke to the ropes. Now the Irish whip reversal set off. Goes through again with a clothesline.
Man, he threw every bit of his weight into that clothesline. Landed on his own ass.
Irish whip into the corner now, and Cappuccino Jones staying forward here. Again, right now, going up to the top rope, might be looking to take flight. Big cross body, now the cover, hooking the near leg, and a 2 count.
And to his credit, right back on the assault, Noah.
Oh, man. Michinoku driver hasn't done the deal. Quick snap Michinoku for a 2 count.
I was going to say, he keeps saying he's close. They're going to call him Decapitation Jones here before too long instead of Cappuccino.
Yeah, but again, you see how close Cappuccino Jones is getting to winning the Evolve title.
He's within millimeters of the hand hitting the mat for the third time, every time.
And he could also make history here, Jeff. He'd be the first man with the Rollins Spicoli driver, Defy driver, to win both the WID and the Evolve Men's Championship.
Within a year time span at that. That's amazing.
Exactly. Now,
the kid's got it. Kid's got it.
He just has to earn it now.
Yep.
Handstand was looking for the handstand headlock. Meanwhile, looking for the DT, able to throw Cappuccino Jones off. Now Aaron slides in, looking for the knee pick, and Cappuccino Jones trying to fight Aaron off here. Rising knee strike.
Oh,
bridge of the nose. Swing and a miss. Aaron. Oh, that's chop block.
God, he chopped him down, Noah. Oh my goodness. Right in the back of the knee.
Yeah, this chop block applies. He staggers around the ring, and now Aaron looking to follow through. Grabs the boot, and might be looking for the ankle lock, and instead stomps down on the leg, raced across the second rope. And now we're starting to see the evil within the Evolve champion.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Feels like he's foaming at the mouth.
Rourke's in another gear now.
And right now, looking for maybe sharpshooter, picking for a leg lock, thrown off, though. Into the spine. Again, lining up that leg, though. Looking to lock him around. Head captured, though. The inside cradle. And gets a 2 count. Creates distance. Went for the super kick. Caught with a big right. Again, neither of these men giving an inch here. Just jumping in with that forearm. Rebound in the front face lock. Oh! Rolls through with the neck breaker. Hooking on their leg. And gets a 2 count. Damn.
You're not going to get a much more decisive, definitive neck breaker than that, man. He rolled right through that and planted Rourke on his head.
And Cappuccino Jones with the snap motion, it feels like.
Yes.
Given everything that he has left to finally win the Evolve Championship. And again, looking for possibly the decaffeinator or maybe the Camel Latte leg drop. Or
nope, we're grabbing by the knee there.
Might as well be sponsored by Starbucks with his repertoire. Again, though, elbows to the side of the head, though, Jeff. They come with a kick. Off the ropes, pop up. Power bomb!
God.
Good Lord.
That was definitive. And now up figure 4 on that knee.
Yeah, and again, all the damage done.
Just slapping him.
Leg.
Just slapping him.
And the insults to the challenger here. Again, nowhere to escape right now with his body in between him and the ropes. The shoulders down with the pain, though. Almost got caught there as Cappuccino Jones looks to turn his body to force the break. Now Aaron bridging up like Charlotte Flair, pausing for the figure eight, able to grab the ropes to force the break.
He got that bridge, but Cappuccino Jones's height helped him there. He was right on the ropes. As soon as he went for that bridge, Jones said, "Nope, not today, brother."
I guess we know someone else that could do a figure eight, apparently, as he was going for a figure eight there with the bridging figure 4 leg lock. Shout out to the clean Charlotte Flair. Knows how much of a student that this guy is.
Could be one of the next WWE Women's Tag Team Champions after this weekend.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. In the front face lock. Oh! And DDT into the second turnbuckle, now following through, hooking up Aaron, possibly for the pile driver!
Oh, he planted him like a tree, Noah.
And again, right now, new plans brewing here in the moment. Looking for the Evolve World title up to the top rope. Massive elbow drop. Cover, hooking the front leg, a kick out at 2.5.
Again, almost looked like he came off of the cover just enough to give Rourke that positioning to move out, to get out from underneath him. He should have held press tight against that lateral press, and he didn't. What is it going to take, Noah?
Well, right now, champion right now on the defensive, going to the outside, now on the apron, and Cappuccino Jones knows he has to bring him back inside to win. Blocks the kick. Missed a little clothesline. Oh, he's a right knee strike.
Man, right to the temple with that knee strike. Jones is staggering.
Now they're going to go up to the top rope. Oh, wow. He's
Ooh.
looking probably at 450. Might took the knee there. And again, Cappuccino Jones immediately on the attack, running in with the drop kick. Aaron rocks. The fake out. Fake to miss. Oh, man. Big head kick. Now following through. Sunset flip. Power bomb in the turnbuckles.
Man.
Bottom turnbuckle. I think Cappuccino Jones had the bottom turnbuckle.
He did. It did.
Now Aaron Rourke with a Molly go round in the cover over the leg, and that is it.
All that intense strikes and blows and everything, and the Molly around gets the victory. That's how completely just out of whack these events can be, man. Something is, for today's standards, simple as a Molly go round, and it gets the 1, 2, 3. Aaron Rourke retains the WWE Evolve Championship as we close out the ID Showcase. Wow,
what a wild freaking battle, though.
Yeah, what a match, what a show.
Definitely took Aaron Rourke to the limit to show why he deserves to still be called the Evolve World Champion tonight. Man. I want to thank everybody, all 104 of you, for joining us here tonight for the WID Pro. Looks like Aaron has a microphone here. Looks like get some words of the champion real quick. Yeah, about to say, giving Cappuccino Jones his just due, and I completely agree.
I love that he did that.
Of course, first ever WID champion.
Yeah.
Always very high standard. Just needs to always mean it and exceed it. All right, to wrestle him as much as he can. Wow. Little me in there. I'm sorry. It's professional wrestling, dude. When the bell rings, and now calling out the whole locker room to come out here.
Okay.
All right. It made me nice, but I'm impatient. Okay. Of course, everybody that was involved here tonight in the WWE ID Showcase, as well as, of course, the WWE ID Women's Champion. These men and women. With their lives, of course, travel far distances to do this. Fortunate enough to only wrestle each other. There's out of town people. And we have the WWE that give us resources. Each every week to perform and excel at the highest degree. On honor, a botch.
Womp womp.
And then you look at Town Perseverance. Look at the WWE Women's Champion.
Go.
Damn right, Laynie Luck. Who's been in this game very long, never got the recognition she deserves. Respect.
And he's like, fuck her making me cry.
Yeah, you know. As long as we get to come here some place like this, compete in front of you.
Yes.
Zarvas, man. We get to show what we can do. Would you see, of course, all these talents? You see us on WrestleMania one day. It's a privilege to wrestle in front of all of you. Very humble. Thank you for coming out here and supporting us. Thankful and all grateful. Thank you for supporting us by watching a Tuesday Wednesday. Yeah, I don't. Cheap plug. Showing up to be the future of the wrestling business.
I love that.
It looks like Mike Cunningham wants to say something. Heck of a champion. This is meant to evolve. Wednesday being a 2B. Cappuccino Jones going to be first ever bull rope match.
Yes.
Against Brooks Jensen. This Wednesday. 2.0 class. Mr. Cappuccino, we're going to be out there to support you. All right.
I
Got
love
some
that.
track on his corner. I respect that. Be in the corner. Continue the show. Into the future. It's the now. And that's main man energy. All right. Fair enough.
I dig it.
Once I did him and said, I also want to thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. For you, there's no WID. There's no Evolve. But not just future, with it now. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Support here means everything. Goodbye, our hearts and Mike. Thank you to you. To the 2.0 class. The bull rope match.
Yeah,
Looking
boy,
to kick some
Jonesy,
ass.
right on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Free
it's a
plug.
free show, guys. No excuse.
I mean, there is an excuse, but you know, it depends on what you say. But regardless, we are literally seeing the future flourish in the genesis of what could be their WWE careers tonight for both the men and the women of Class 2.0 and the 1.0 that are still leading by example. Demonstrated tonight emphatically, particularly by Cappuccino Jones. And Airica, don't mess with Laynie Luck's WID Evolve Women's title. I'm just saying.
Don't push your luck there, Airica.
Hey, look, Airica proved a lot to me tonight. I'm just
She
saying.
did.
I wouldn't count her out. And Laynie Luck always needs to be ready for any challenger, as we always need to be ready for any time there's a delay and a watch along, as the WID Showcase officially comes to a conclusive end. Again, a fine stuff tonight by these young men and women, future prospects that you for sure can fall for in the business. But speaking of women in wrestling, we got one last fun little altercation for you. We will be back here at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Ladies Night Out 16. You heard that card. We're just going to go about it casually and have fun outside Gentleman Laura's match because, duh, that's what the title is about. That's the whole damn night. But we hope that you enjoy following along with us during that all-women's wrestling showcase that closes things out for the entirety of this FSW Full Tilt. It's over, Jeff Meacham. I am the Seminole Fox. The finger opportunity into our coverage of WID Showcase, the future of WWID. Until literally 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the same remains the same. We'll see you then, but as always, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night, and thank you for witnessing with us the future of the WWE ID. Have a good one, folks, and we'll see you literally in about 90 minutes. Take care.